All right, let's hit the go live. Get this stuff rolling, do our audio check. Yay, YouTube giving me ads instead of showing me how we sound. Shut up, YouTube. All right, let's hit the go live. Okay, we sound good. Everybody, I have one message for you. One message. And some people call it cringe, but that's okay. You come to me on my stepniece's grandson's cousin wedding, and you expect free content. Why should I abide such greed in my midst? I won't. You're all banned. But today we do have a neat little tournament decided by you folks. It was decided by YouTube poll. And the top vote getter was a unit bans tournament. So how that works is once you know the matchup you're in, like let's say we're in Bretonnia versus Skaven, I can tell my opponent, you cannot bring Hippogriff Knights, Lewin Lancur, or the spell Regrowth. And my opponent could go, okay, you can't bring Ichit Claw, Poison Wind Globes, or Poison Wind Mortars, which would also include the Avalanche Mortars. So hopefully we'll see some off-meta stuff, because there is some trickle-down effects when you eliminate some meta things, right? Where it's like, oh, well, you banned Poison Wind Globes. Okay. The Skaven are still going to take mostly the same stuff and then just replace the globes. And it's like, replace the globes with what? I don't know. Rattling guns, I guess. Okay, well, those are both more expensive, have a different firing arc and a different range and a different style of DPS. So what in the build now is going to kill infantry? Because the Rattling guns can't do that. Well, I guess instead of Clanrad frontline, you'll need some Plague Monks. Okay, those also cost more money, so where's that money coming from? Guess I'll maybe have less Rat Ogres, and you can kind of see how the chain reaction starts. Yeah, I mean, you'll see some stuff you're used to seeing, but should mix things up quite a bit. It is best of one, but double elimination. So I'm shuffling the bracket right now. And then we will hit start. I am going to put Uncanny Book with Polo GR. Because I think both of them are newer, so I'll just give them a little bit of a break. And now let's hit start. So there's 6 people playing today. We had 12 signed up, but only 6 ended up checking in. Which, people are busy on a Wednesday. I get it. We have Nurgle's PA, Father Ramsey, Uncanny Book, Polo GR, myself, and Sir Groot. So there's that little bracket. It is double elim. I'll cast every replay from today that people send me. So it should be pretty good. Oh, what's the pick a ban? Pick 3 factions, ban 2 from opponent. Bottom removes 1, picks their faction. Okay, pretty simple. And then after the factions are decided, each player removes 3 things. Then there's an FAQ for like super specific stuff. Like someone was asking, wait, can your opponent ban all your magic? Yeah, I mean, if you're on the Empire and they ban your hero, wizard, and Balthazar Gelt, then yeah, you don't get any magic. My 2 answers to that would be 1, factor that into your picks and bans. And 2, it's kind of a for fun strange tournament, so I would just embrace the strange and not focus too much on what's super meta or optimal, I guess. It's not like there's a prize or anything. Kairos Fate Weaver is still banned in my unit bans tournament. I had a tournament with like a bunch of global bans that people could use, and Kairos was unbanned, and that was overwhelmingly unpopular with the players, so I was just like, alright, well, fuck, okay, I guess I'll leave Kairos out, so since no one seems to like him. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll catch up with chat in just a second. And Father Ramsey. I messaged our first players, Nurgles PA and Father Ramsey, if we could spectate them. Hard to come by his messaging, but why? I didn't see him in the check-in thing. Whatever. I have to go let the dog back inside while we wait for our first game, and then I'll catch up with chat. There's a lot going on. It's just a crazy day. I return! Oh no, my really skilled opponent pulled out of the tournament? What happened, Uncanny Book? Who's this? Ban Hippogriff Knights and Lore of Life, you get 1 life. How many bans do you get? Nurgles PA answered it. Pick 3, ban 2. Does the salon count as all salon? Yes. Yes. So I do have a game I need to go join, but just to clarify what you're talking about. So it's much more about this unit card. Like, if you ban the Salon Mage Priest, it bans all the variants. Also, like, if you ban... I don't know, what's a different faction that has something like that? Warriors of Chaos had a few. People were asking about, like, what about if I ban Marauders, can someone take Marauders of Slaanesh, Tzeentch, Khorne, or Nurgle? And I said, no, that's kind of against the spirit of it, isn't it? The only exception to that is Vampire counts. I did specifically say Vampire Lords. If you ban a Vampire Lord, you don't ban the Blood Dragon, Lamian, Necrarch, Strigoi, and Von Karstein. Because they are wildly different characters. They're not just, like, reskins or slight variations of the same thing. So, yeah. It's all in the FAQ. I got a message asking why I bully Lich. Oh, you're right. You're right. The blocker's up. I'm sorry. I was just saying that the Von Karstein Lords are super different than the Blood Dragon Lords. Meanwhile, like, Slans, if you just ban the Salon Mage Priest, it's fine. It bans all these lores because they're, like, the same character. It is much more the spirit of the thing than the execution, if that makes sense, where it's like, let's see a Lizardman game without Slans, and if the opponent's like, well, actually, you can only ban 3 of the Slan lores. What about Death, Beasts, and Metal? And I can pick any other Slan. That wasn't the point, was it? The point was, let's see some fucking Lizardmen without the Slan. Or, let's see Skaven without Poisonwind Globes. Or let's see, I don't know, Vampire counts without... Well, Vampire counts are tough, because I doubt they'll get played much here. Because their roster is so limited in good units right now. If you ban Vargheists, Blood Knights, and Zombies, they're just fucked. Like, there's no shot they win that game. I wouldn't be surprised if we said 0 Vampire counts today. But it might shake it up. Might get us some less meta factions. I feel like the Beastmen could be strong today. Alright. So, enough stalling. Let's go spectate our first game. Since it's best of 1, we do not need a scorecard. Does banning Slans also ban Mazdamuni and Kroak? No. No, that is different. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully people enjoy the spirit. Hopefully people have some fun. It would be interesting to see what is considered good on a roster after the obvious things are taken out. Like Skaven especially are one faction that I think Skaven are a faction that I think if CA ever nerfs globes will get infinitely more interesting. And I've had a 180 on the greenskins recently. Because Wurzag made the roster strong, made them A tier. But ever since Wurzag got gutted, and he's like okay now. He's not good, he's okay. Ever since Wurzag got gutted, I've actually found greenskins a lot more fun, even though they're a lot worse. Like, their win rate has for sure dropped. I think they're a C tier faction meta-wise. They're usable, but they're much more counter pick than first pick without Wurzag. But I do find them a lot more fun to play as, and a lot more fun to play against, because you get to see some variety. Like now, I take a lot more Savage Orcs and Savage Orc Biggins because I need their Frenzy and melee attack, when previously Wurzag could give Goblins and Squigs enough melee attack to get through anything. And dealing with the flanks is much more stressful. And I would still argue that greenskins need buffs on their Boar-Cav or something like that. But your flanks are much more stressful now, which makes you get more creative with either taking 1 or 2 engagements that can get buffed up by Fists of Gork, or Here We Go, or timing your things with Waaagh. So I don't know. Greenskins are more fun. I think Skaven could be the same way. If globes get nerfed, Skaven will take a big hit, and they're already not in the best place, but this is kind of assuming that healing gets brought into alignment. But anyway, if globes get nerfed, I think Skaven will be a really interesting faction, even if it'll be worse for them overall in the meta. If you lack Shadows of Change, how hamstringed are you with Cathay and Kislev? Kislev, you're pretty hamstring. I think Kislev goes from A to C or D without Shadows of Change. Things in the Woods, Mother Ostankya, and the Yakshan Ambushers bring just a lot that they previously needed. And for Cathay, they go from S to A. So really, Cathay, you're not that hamstrung at all. Crowmen are really good. They're a great, amazing unit. And you'll miss them, right? You'll miss them. It's not like, whatever, I don't have Crowmen. But, like, your faction's still going to be really, really good. They'll just go from being super OP, crazy. But send replays. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, you'll go from being super OP crazy to being really strong. Because your Jade Warriors, Peasant Longspears are in the base game. Those are an amazing front line. You don't need DLC for that. Your Lord options are still really good. I don't even think Yambo is in your top 3 Lord choices. Jade Lancers can fulfill the role of Onyx Crowmen to a degree. Not nearly as good as the Onyx Crowmen do, but it's not like, without Crowmen, I don't have any mobility presence to shut down archers. It's like, you still have Peasant Horsemen and Jade Lancers. They're just not as good. And if you're looking for flying pressure, you still have Longbow Riders, even though they're a little bit better, but they cost twice as much, so the ratio is not in your favor. All your amazing ranged units are base game. So, yeah. Shadows of Change barely affects Cathay. Really, it's only Crowmen you're missing. The rest of the units in that DLC are pretty bad. Yambo is nifty, but he's not good. He's too expensive to be good. His spell kit's fine, but the thing people don't understand about Yambo that bothers me in some conversations is cost is always a factor. Where it's like, I could take Yambo and I can get his crazy execute and I can get a net. Cool, bro. You're paying for like a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord for that fucking guy. For just the execute and the net. Other than that, he's a shitty foot character. He can't hit anything in his dragon form. His dragon form is super vulnerable. He has no self-healing whatsoever. And he's crazy expensive, so your army's going to be way shorter. But yes, you can execute the enemy lord. You know what else can execute the enemy lord? Fucking Iron Hail Gunners, and those are 500 gold. A cannon, which for you is 900 gold. And you could have a real lord that could do stuff. Or you could have a cheap lord, like the Shuki lord, and have a super wide army. So, I don't think Yambo's bad. I just don't think he's good. I think he's very average. And, yeah. He's usable. Now, I don't want to go the other way. I don't want to pretend Yambo's a bad character. It's just, I get frustrated when people don't factor cost in at all. And they just look at what someone can do. And that's like, not to be a dick, but that's also with the Dreadquake Mortar. And people are like, oh, the Dreadquake Mortar, if it hits this infantry square on, it'll do 3/4 of its HP in one volley. And I'm like, that's super great. It's more expensive than a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. And a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord could do that shit too. And he's a caster. And he's a duelist. And when I say do that shit too, I meant a breath attack. And Dreadquakes are so fragile. They die really easily, so. I digress. Mutant Riders need to be banned. They're too good. Patrick Walker, how dare you? Can we know what the unit bans are for each player? I can ask. I can ping PA and see what they're doing. He's usually pretty responsive. There goes PA. Oh, he's typing in the chat right now to you all. Mutant Rider needs to be banned. Be'lakor is an example of that. Really strong, but too expensive in most matchups. Archaon is a great example of being expensive and worth your price. Same with the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. Okay, Nargos PA typed to you guys, but he's also typing to me. Soul Stealer, Malice Darkblade, and Coldwood Knights were banned away from the Dark Elves. Rat Ogres, Globadiers, and Storm Vermin away from the Skaven. Oh, Storm Vermin, that's actually interesting. Okay, cool. Yumbo is a bad character. Yeah, and only strong because DLC had to sell. That's why Auctioneers were rough in the Changeling. I did what the fuck was up with them? Ban specific units or unit types as classes. It is specific units, though. If you ban, let's say, Clan Rats with Spears, you also could ban Clan Rats with Spears with Shields. But you can still take Clan Rats with Swords, for example. Just because that gets way too tricky. If you ban all variants of something with one unit ban, you could take out half of a roster. Like, I ban Chaos Warriors. Okay, did you just ban Chaos Warriors with halberds, Chaos Warriors with dual weapons, and then Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch, Nurgle, Khorne, Slaanesh, and all this stuff? And it's like, all right, you wiped out a quarter of the roster with one unit ban. Continue. Or if you're fighting Norska, I ban Marauders, Skinwolves, Marauder Horsemen. All right, again, we get into the trick of, did you just ban Marauders the great weapons, Marauder Berserkers, Marauder Champions is great weapons, Marauder Horsemen throwing axes, Marauder Horse Masters, Skinwolves, Armor Skinwolves? Okay. Norska doesn't have a roster anymore. So, it has to end at some point. I just said, like, shields are a variant that transfers over. There's an FAQ on the challenge page. But CA is putting out another small update this week. Didn't they already put it out? The one with Nakari and the Auction Ambusher nerf? I ban Hellfortunes, I ban Rats. All right. Sorry for the delay. People just getting into the swing of things. Looks like Father Ramsey's army is set up. And Nurgos PA told us what was banned, but I have to remember while I look at this army. Rat Ogres, Globadiers, and Storm Vermin. Okay. On the other side, Soul Stealer, Malice, and Coldwood Knights. That's a clever combination of bans, I will say. Banning Malice, who's a great lord versus Skaven, and then banning Soul Stealer kind of covers your bases on Malekith, Morathi, and the Dark Caster on a Dragon. Because any Dragon Lord relies on Soul Stealer. Without Soul Stealer, Dark Elf Dragons are not meta. And then Morathi's a pretty good shout-out, because she can take Melkoths and stuff, she'd still be okay, but she wouldn't be great without Soul Stealer. So you really limited your enemy's lord options there with that spell ban. So I liked that. And then what else? Cold One Knights? I'm pretty on that one, but maybe after... If PA already banned his Globadiers and Rat Ogres, maybe he just wanted to get rid of the Cold One Knights because he's running out of tools. I could see that. What about summons? If I brought a Rat Ogre summon even though they're banned? Summons are temporary, I think that's fine. It's temporary and limited use, so... Yeah. That is something I hadn't thought about, but my gut instinct would be like, I don't know, summon's a little different. Because then what, if you ban Ushabti, is the Tomb King's not allowed to use their army passive? That'd be brutal. Someone please bring the nerfed Magnet Cannon. I haven't even tried it since it's nerfed, but in the replays I saw of it, that thing just looked like it doesn't deserve to exist anymore. Dark Elves are ready. Bladewind get the Vortex treatment? Yeah, Bladewind's actually pretty solid. I will say, the Dark Elf army is pretty spicy. The Skaven army, it's good. I think it's good, but I think it's less spicy. The Dark Elf's got some serious zest going on. So we'll see what they do here. Alright, without Poison Globes, Rat Ogres, or Storm Vermin, the Skaven have elected for Dogs and Warp Lightning Cannons. And on the other side, for the Dark Elves, without Cold One Knights, without Soul Stealer and Malice, they go with a Deathcaster, which is still a really solid choice here, but they have Cold One Dread Knights, so forced to significantly upgrade the cost of that unit to fulfill its role on the roster. On the other side, to take out Cavalry without Globes, it looks like without Globes and Rat Ogres, Father Ramsey has to invest in 2 Warp Lightning Cannons to try and fight those Cavalry, which is much more expensive and slower at doing that job. There's also a Hydra, though I think the Warp Lightning Cannons are more than up to the task of the Hydra. I think the main question is DPS, right? Because you have 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, it's like, do they kill the Hydra? Do they focus on the Sorceress? Do they kill the Manticore that I think I saw? Do they kill the Chariots? Do they kill the Cold One Dread Knights? It's a lot for them to be doing. Out and about. Alright. Dread 13th spell is here. People should bring Hellblaster Volley Gun, it's so underwhelming. It is very underwhelming. It's not terrible, but it is underwhelming. I think it does need buffs of some kind. I'd like to let you know that was the first one to spot there's maybe a rogue Longbow Rider or something near Jezzail's in that vid, and that's why the mortars nuked him. Doomsage, I do know why the bug was occurring, but I was worried about talking about the bug in case people got all toxic instead of just enjoying a funny video. But if you really care, it was the Onyx Crowman bug, where sometimes when Onyx Crowman die, one of their models will be hovering above the ground, and if you hover your mouse over it, you see the unit card, but it's not actually on the map. Like when I highlight stuff like this, it's not a red triangle or anything. But there was a floating Onyx Crowman like right here compared to the Jezzails, and that's what everything was shooting at. But I've recently been pretty bummed out because when I try to make a funny bug video, if I point out what the bug is, sometimes the YouTube chat just gets really toxic instead of just having fun. Like, yes, we know it's a bug and we know it should be fixed, but you don't need to be like a dick about it. So I've tried to rebrand how I do my bug videos and not point out specifically what the bug is, and I'm just seeing how that goes with the comment section, because I do like pointing out funny bugs, but I like the spirit of it to be, haha, it's funny, and obviously I've told CA about it, but people are just, they're not in a mood to enjoy bugs, which is fine, but I also don't enjoy the negativity, so it's kind of a two-way street. There's a long ride, don't you try to hide, this is some kind of conspiracy. It was a Crowman, I know it was a Crowman, I zoomed in on it in my own time. Yeah. Which, like, and to be fair, it is fine if people don't enjoy bugs. It is fine if people are frustrated with CA. I understand it, but like it personally bums me out a lot when I make a video and most of the comments are negative. So, trying to find a happy medium between that. Alright. For this build, we do have a War Hydra. These aren't meta versus Skaven, but they're kind of a niche pick some people sometimes bring, especially if you bring two of them. They're massive HP pools with their another takes it place regen thingy. They can be difficult for Skaven to do. Aside for this game, we do have the Avalanche Mortars. We have 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, one of which is it gets Zap Zap. We have 6 Dogs. The Dogs are going to try and hold back the Cavalry and the stuff. But other than that, the front line is just some Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves, a Gracier of Ruin with Howling Warp Gale and Dread 13th, and a Packmaster. It's the Skaven feeling that extra budget they put into everything else with a severely weakened front line and 0 mass to defend against Coldwind Dread Knights or even these Chariots. Now Dark Shards taking a beating from the Avalanche Mortars. I wonder if the Scourge-Run Chariots feel like diving in here and shutting these guys down. Alright, Dark Shards. One has rallied, the other one is still taking a bunch of damage. A Dark Rider dives in. Oh, there were Dark Riders. Must have been one in the Vanguard. A Dreaded 13th is already summoned to take out this Dark Rider. It does a little bit of friendly fire damage to the Warp Lightning Cannon. And the Dark Rider is gone, though the Storm Vermin summon is out. Coldwind Dread Knights are slapping these Wolf Rats. Unholy Clamor is the only thing keeping that other Wolf Rat in the fight, and I think the Coldwind Dread Knight will get through it soon enough. The War Hydra is in the backfield, already trying to shut down Iked Zap Zap and the other stuff. Howling Warp Gale plus the Warpstone Scroll doing damage to the Supreme Sorceress of Death. And the... Oh my god! That Feral Manticore's taking a ton of damage. It's not the Hydra, I fucked up. But that is taking a ton of damage from those Wolf Rats. Probably getting buffed up by the Packmaster. Yeah, he has his collar, so one of these guys is definitely getting the collar and getting healed up. Hydra's pushing through the front line and is trying to shut down those Avalanche Mortars once and for all, as they plus a Bound to Scorch take out the Dark Shards just a little bit more. Murderous Prowess might keep them in the fight. Where are the Coldwind Dread Knights? Those are going to need to be doing a lot of work here. Storm Vermin Halberd Summon has 20 seconds left on the field while the Dread Knights plow through the main lines. It's hard to tell where the models actually are, but the Hydra is on the Avalanche Mortars. And I think the Skaven have done very, very well so far, but I think the game is about to turn against them. As those Avalanche Mortars are shut down, as these Warp Lightning Cannons are shut down, their DPS is going to fall off a cliff. And the Gracier of Ruin has taken a lot of damage from the Scourge-Runner Chariots. They're poking him away all game. I didn't even notice. And probably this Death Sorceress is Spirit Leeching him on cooldown to really try and keep that guy under pressure. So if they can take out the Skaven leadership, if they can take out the Skaven guns, the Dark Elves can certainly clutch this game back. And the Coldwind Dread Knights taking some damage, but they're pretty easily pushing all these dogs away. And other Coldwind Dread Knights are chasing down the Gracier. This is a crucial moment. Can the Skaven somehow bail out this Gracier? Or if he dies, the game is probably doomed on their front. Skaven routing everywhere you look. It looks like the Gracier is going to rout, so even this Flying Sorceress could just follow him. I mean, you want him dead for the bigger leadership spike, but just following him is fine. Hydra doing exactly what we thought. It is just running around, tanking it up, healing through everything, and the Skaven are having a tough time getting rid of him. They have tools for it if they had Rat Ogres. They have tools for it if they had Rattling Guns or something, but they clearly didn't have it in this roster. And the Dark Elves prevailed after a nasty start. Stream was dead? Oh, I can still see it on my left-hand screen. I have it up over there. It's not dead for me. Could be YouTube having issues, though. Alright. Gracier Ruin did okay. Packmaster struggled to get value, though he is important in the roster. Avalanche Mortars paid for themselves. Warp Lightning Cannons were not up to the task set before them. They just didn't get the DPS out they needed. Dogs cannot replace Rat Ogres in terms of mobility presence, and the front line got run over. On the other side, the Manticore got instantly killed, but the Hydra was good at disruption. Coldwind Dread Knights killed off a bunch of dogs and got in that backline. The Scourge-Runner Chariots really poked down the Gracier. And Dark Shards and the front line still got massacred even without Poisoned Globes. I can still see it, it's all good. Stream's dead. Dude, I don't know what to tell you! That sounds like a YouTube problem. For me, I have it on my left screen so that I can see if there are problems, and I'm not having problems with it. Ah! I wish I could help. But I can't because I'm trash and I'm bad. Nurgle's PA will advance to fight Sir Groot. I'm still waiting on my opponent between Uncanny Book and Polo GR. I don't know where they are just yet. Probably mid-game, if I had to guess. Probably. On top of the bracket, I need to think about my picks and bans. Australia's internet? They have kangaroos that hold up a satellite dish. We haven't started yet. We both went to eat. I see. All right. It's Lizardmen versus High Elves. Okay. Okay. You have the hardest working pigeons you've ever seen. Okay. Then I'll just spectate another game of Nurgle's PAs then. What buffs would you suggest for the Hellblaster Volley Fun? Not to be the boring person in the room, but probably a cost reduction. And here's why. The Empire already has really good one-shot tools with the Luminarch of Hysh, so you don't really want to buff up the volley gun's damage. The volley gun already has good penetration, so it's good at taking out infantry. It's different than the mortar. It is more accurate than the mortar, but the mortar has longer range and a better arc of fire. And different is good, because you want a reason to take them in different situations. Also in campaign, mortars are better for a siege. So I'd make Hellblaster volley guns cheaper. You also don't want them to have increased range, because then why would you ever take a cannon versus a Hellblaster volley gun? Because a Hellblaster volley gun is better against infantry than a cannon is. And if it had increased range, it would be as good versus chariots and cav. So I would reduce its cost, probably make it like 800, 850 gold or something like that. As for campaign viability, you could take it down a tier, make it easier to recruit. Because what is it, a tier 4? You could make it a tier 3. If it's already a tier 3, then, I don't know, tier 2 seems a little intense. I haven't actually used a ton of Hellblasters in campaign. Can they do damage to walls? If so, that's fine then. Because they can already open up walls, they can kill towers. But yeah, I'd probably give them a cost reduction. Because I like the niche they provide in the Empire roster. They're just not worth it to bring right now. But the Empire has every other niche filled. Long-range single-target damage, Luminarchs. Short-range single-target damage, Hellblasters. Long-range multi-target damage, cannons if it's large, mortars if it's small. Short-range multi-entity damage, Hellblasters versus both. And then I think I just covered it all. But yeah. So the Hellblaster just shouldn't be 1,050 gold for what it does. Because it's in way too much danger, being a short-range piece. But its accuracy is good. Its damage is good. Its range is just short, which I think is fine, as I've tried to make clear. It just can't be fragile and short-range, because that's bad. Give unspottable and snipe. You probably spectate us, Uncanny. I didn't see where you were. It's too late now. I'm committed now to the feeling. You can damage walls. I don't know if they outrange towers. I don't think they outrange towers, but they can shoot them. We will see. We already saw Skaven today, so you're going to have to start brainstorming what faction you want me to bring. FYI. What units are banned? Don't know yet. Sir Groot and Nurgle's PA aren't that far along. Feels like the artillery version of a blunderbuss. True. Spellbound, that is a fact. Almost every ranged unit took a nerf coming into Game 3 due to that reload speed. Does anyone have any good resources and guides for multiplayer army building? I've only played single-player campaigns on LVH, so I'm not sure where to start. I do. Who won the first battle? Nurgle's PA. Gaboinky, I have a playlist on my channel for new players. I think I have some build guides in there. I know I have at least one, so do check out that playlist. Again, it's on my channel. Just go to playlist, and it should be for new players. You can scroll down until you see something about building an army. Other than that, you can join our Discord. It's in the description. And in our Discord, you can ask for the Rat Ogre role, and we'll give it to you. It gives you access to our new player chat and our list of coaches. So you could just ask one of the coaches about a faction you like. We're like, hey, I want to play High Elves. You can ask any of these 4 people about builds and things like that, and they're happy to help you. They're on this list because they agreed to be messaged about these things. Don't feel like you're bothering them at all. If they stop wanting to receive messages, they'll tell us and we'll take them off the list. So feel completely free to DM these people and ask about builds and that kind of thing. Even if you're not going to play in our tournaments, you can still join the Discord. Just hop in here if you want help with like quick battle stuff. That's fine. All right. Someone asked me something. Who won the first battle? Oh, how are you? You seem under the weather. I'm good, man. I'm good, just tired. We had a long stream last night that went till about 1 in the morning my time. So I'm just tired. Skaven already C tier without Ratters or Globes. They are worse. Horrendous. Father Ramsey, it's true. What do you think of the High Elves? Do they get nerfed hard into this tournament? I think High Elves are going to be one of the better off factions because they have a lot of roster flexibility. Like, you can't get your mages banned out because if they ban Alarielle, Eltharion, and Teclis, you still have your archmages and you still have your hero mages. So they just can't get rid of your magic. Your front line is also redundant. If they ban Rangers, Spearmen, and White Lions, you have Silverin Guard, but also they just burned all of their bans on your front line. So, yeah. And they have enough cavalry. So I think High Elves have a large enough roster that they'll be okay. On a related note, is it fine to join the new player tournament with 0 experience? Yes. Yes, we love to have you. Give it a shot. We're also very lenient on the rules in the new player tournaments because you might know about the tourney rules where you're like, oh, it's a really big sheet. One, the sheet's overrated because it's a 31-ish page document, and you might be like, holy shit, that's a lot. Bro, there's 25 factions in this game. Or 24, I forget. Each faction has a page that says, like, it's a quick reference guide. So if you take out all the quick references for the people, it's like 6 pages long. And then if you take out the credits, and you take out the cover page, it's 4 pages long. It's really not that long. And in the pages, there are, like, examples that take up a bunch of space. I keep telling people there's 3 basic rules you need to abide by, and you'll be fine. Don't corner camp. Don't forest camp. Always try to attack something, somewhere, at all times, and you'll be fine. Everything else is just small details that'll come up when they come up. And people are pretty understanding. It's not like, you cycle charged in the late game 0.75 seconds when the rules clearly state you can only do it for 1 second. That's it. You're banned from tournaments forever. It's like, nah. If it comes up, people will probably be like, oh, hey, maybe you shouldn't have done that, but okay. And I don't know. And then, especially in new player tournaments, we're really chill about it. We're like, people are taking units they aren't supposed to be taking. Yesterday, we had some people taking campaign-exclusive units. And the guy who was fighting, this person brought all of Drycha's exclusive roster. And their opponent was like, oh, hey, don't do that. Cool. And they just moved on. Like, they didn't even replay the game. It was just chill. So New player tournaments will be chill about that stuff. If there's a big tournament like the prize is $10,000, then yeah, you better fucking read the rules and come correct. But that's different. But no, in the new player tournaments, just hop in. Throw unit caps on if you're really nervous about the rules. The rules with unit caps is like 95% of what we use. The reason we wrote it all out is because there's bugs like the Zongors, where you could take infinite Zongors. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes CA has bugs in their unit caps, so we just state what the unit cap should be. Like, yes, you are limited to 5 Zongors. We know that CA hasn't listed them as a unit yet. Or, isn't it the Cockatrice and Sartorial weren't marked as units of Tzeentch? So even though on Warriors of Chaos you can only take 4 or 5 marked units, you could take infinite Cockatrices and Sartorial and Zongors and shit. So it's like, yeah, we state what the unit caps are because CA fucks them up so often. It's not actually that hard of a concept compared to quick battle unit caps. Gaboinky, I mean, we have Doomsage, who plays from Australia. I don't think King Blip is Australian, but he always plays at Australian hours. We have John FB, who's Australian. We have It's Current Year is Australian. Lenorm's Australian. We have Australians around. I won't pretend there's a ton, but I'm guessing there's about 10 Australian players in my Discord, so you can take a look for them. Alright. Sir Groot on the High Elves banned Chaos Knights, Archaon, and the Mutalith Vortex Beast. And Nurgle's PA on Chaos banned Dragon Princes, Illyrian Reavers, and Basic Archers. Oof. So Sir Groot's only mobility presence is going to be Illyrian Reaver Archers. Okay, so he can only bring Silver Helms and basic Illyrian Reavers. Interesting. Campaign units allowed in a tournament would be fun. Yeah, they're fun for, like, silly tournaments. When Mars Chaos gets a Nurgle caster hero, it will be great. Define great. There's someone that just joined our Discord. Shadow. It's funny because they're Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and their picture is Wednesday from the Addams Family, I believe. And we had somebody else in our server who used to have that picture. And we have someone else in our server, someone else, who had a similar name. So it's really funny to me where it's like, which one are you? You're a combination of 2 different people I already know. That's funny. Patrick Walker, yeah. My take on the delayed DLC is cautious. Cautious optimism. And I cannot stress cautious enough. Because if you say optimism, people are like, bro, what are you talking about? It's like, dude, I was here for Shadows of Change. It was terrible. I have never pretended that was a good DLC. It was a disaster. Viewership tanked. Participation tournaments tanked. We had to ban a couple of units because they were too strong. I'm not a fool. But some people are kind of saying things like, they need to get Thrones of Decay out in December, or like they need to rush this to make up for the fact that Shadows of Change was so bad. They can't delay Thrones of Decay. And I'm like, dude, yeah, like, delaying sucks. I get it. I'm impatient too. I'm excited for more content. That's all great. That's great. But if they're delaying it, doesn't that mean that they kind of heard you? right? Where they rushed out Shadows of Change. There was so much stuff broken with it that just like wasn't finished. It wasn't worth its cost at all, and the units in it were super overpowered to try and just force you to buy the DLC. And then the DLC was a crazy high price. All of that was fucking terrible. So if they got constant community feedback of all this shit sucks ass, and they have Thrones of Decay, let's say like half or 2/3 done, and it's full of all that shit that sucks ass, do you think that maybe they stopped and went, huh? Okay, we gotta fix all this so that we don't know the shitstorm, but that's gonna take some time. So that's why I'm cautiously optimistic. I would be much more scared if Thrones of Decay was on time. Because I'd be like, Shadows of Change was on time and you thought that was fine. What the fuck is in Thrones of Decay? So, them delaying it for me makes it sound like an oh shit moment, which they really needed. They really needed an oh shit moment to wake up and remember that they actually have to put a little bit of effort into this franchise or it'll die. And if it dies, they stop making any money because none of their other projects are profitable. Pharaoh for sure was not profitable. Hyenas obviously wasn't because it never even came out. So, yeah. And from what I've heard around, read into that however much you will, CA definitely seems to be on a mission right now of like, all right, we fucked up, get the community back on our team. And that'll take time, that'll take a lot of time. But they're starting with like good patches. Patch 4.1 was amazing. Listened to a lot of stuff the community suggested. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. And then the hot fixes from 4.0, between 4.1 and 4.0, and then after 4.1 have been pretty great. Like, what have we gotten? 3 hot fixes in the last month? Which is pretty good. And some of the hot fixes aren't even like, we fixed Sigvald's cape. It's like, Nakari's charges weren't working. We fixed that. And Akshina Ambusher's net was too strong. We nerfed it. So there's actually some balance changes in there too, not just like pure bug fixes. And it's good. I'm not like fully back to pre-Shadows of Change level of trust, but I'm much more hopeful than I was post-Shadows of Change launch. Yambo and the Changeling being OP. What's wrong with Shadows of Change? Now, not as much, but on release, a lot of the units just didn't work like as they should, and there's still some bugs with like Onyx Crowman. When they die, sometimes their models just float and are invincible. Yambo's animations were really broken in like, I made a video on it, but like he does this charge in where his body kind of does a little spiral. But if the animation wasn't working correctly, he would just start teleporting around your screen. Like, you know, okay, I'm on top of your character now. And I'm like, what was that? That was 5 different still images of Yambo moving towards me. That was not a cohesive animation. So there was things like that. And then a lot of the units just had really overpowered stats, it felt like, to compensate for their bugs. So Zongors were really, really, really strong. Crowman were really strong and still are. Mother Ostankia was really strong. So it was just not... It was not a play-tested and thought-out DLC. Because then on the other side, the Changeling was fucking useless because they had the dumbest price scheme to introduce him in multiplayer, where he was crazy expensive no matter what you did, and he wasn't worth it to take in almost any circumstance. And it's like, okay. No one play-tested this DLC. Like, literally no one. So it was just bad. And now it's a lot better. There've been a lot of patches, so... If you're playing the game now, you might be like, what's so wrong with it? Not a lot, because they fixed it, but they didn't fix it before they launched it, which is people's problem. Also, it cost way more than it should have. Most DLCs was like $10, $15. This was $25. So, I don't know. I don't want to be overall negative Nelly, though, because I'm enjoying the game a lot right now in 4.1. I've been having a ton of fun. More fun than I've had maybe in the last year of playing this game. So things are good right now, in my opinion. But let's cover this game. Enough yammering. For Nurgle's PA, without Chaos Knights, what things were banned from him again? Without Chaos Knights, Archaon of the Beetleth Vortex Beast. He does not have much mobility presence. I thought he might go with 6 Skirmish Cavalry, but he's just going with no Cavalry. We do have triple Chaos Warrior with Halberds in a box with 4 Marauders and a regular Chaos Warrior for frontline. We have 3 Armored Chaos Trolls, 2 Hell Cannons with their buffs that help their homing a lot, Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, and then a Tzeentch Sorcerer up on a disc with only blue fire. The Changeling still overpriced, isn't he? Yeah. They haven't fixed everything yet. Alright. Guillermo, Hell Cannons got buffed, my friend. They're pretty good now. They're not amazing, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. On the other side, we have 4 White Lions of Krace, including the Pure Maiden Company. Imric, but instead of his loyal Dragon Princes, we do have 3 Silver Helms, because the Dragon Princes were removed. We have 4 Lothern Seaguard, having to pay a little bit extra for them, because you can't take basic archers. And a Mage of Life with only regrowth. And they still suck there, Sebastian. In multiplayer, they're really good. They're really good for their cost. But in campaign, cost isn't as much of a factor. Whereas in multiplayer, cost efficiency is like the #1 stat. Alright, Hell Cannons wrecking some Lothern Seaguard. Doing a lot of damage to those guys. But Imric might dive in. I guess there's some Armored Chaos Trolls in Sigvald, but Imric would still overall be okay. Oh, he's going for the straight down breath attack. Does this still kill the Hell Cannon? Oh, not quite. You could tell it was on the very brink of breaking the cannon model. It's a good start there, but already 2 Lothern Seaguard are thinking about hitting the road. The Tzeentchian Sorcerer is trying to cast Blue Fires on the infantry. That has taken several nerfs. Now he is mostly a single target unit. Blue Fire doesn't go down the line nearly as much as it used to, which is fine. Hey, NTK. Alright, Silverhelms charging into Marauders, since they aren't the Halberds in the back. They have no charge defense. They're taking good damage from these Marauders. And now Imric lands in. He takes out 1 Hell Cannon. The explosion was its model dying off. And now he might want to get out of here. His job is done. He's just not going to get very much done against these Armored Chaos Trolls. In the back line, the Tzeentchian Sorcerer is chasing off some Lothern Seaguard, while the single remaining Hell Cannon fires against the Lothern Seaguard. But with 3 Lothern Seaguard in range, that Hell Cannon's days are extremely numbered. It is probably going to die in the next... I'm going to say the next volley will kill it. If not 2, but... yeah, okay. It is 2, but it was close. Blue Fire still down the line of Lothern Seaguard. Doesn't do nearly as much damage against those guys as it did. And Imric lands on the Hell Cannon, doing good damage to it. He's knocked the crew off, so the mount won't die just yet. Meanwhile, the frontline fight's going fine for both sides. Nobody's really unhappy about it yet. Imric does pop his Dragon Horn. We can hear it wailing in the winds. And now Imric is in trouble. Surrounded by Halberds and Sigvald and the Trolls. But the Trolls don't get a full surround, so he is trying to path out, waddling his dragon body as much as he can. And the Blue Firecaster still trying to deal with Lothern Seaguard. Mage of Life is nearby and chilling. What was banned? Dragon Princes, Illyrian Reaver Archers, and regular Archers. And then on the other side, Chaos Knights, Archaon, and the Mutal Vortex Beast. But I think the blue Firecaster needs to stop attacking Lothern Seaguard. Blue Fire turned into a much more potent single target damaging spell, and it really doesn't do that much to groups anymore. So him using all of his spells on the Lothern Seaguard just isn't doing very much. I think he needs to be sniping out the Lifecaster for his efforts right now. Chaos Warriors down to just their namesake. Trying to grind it out with the heavy armor. Imric has 1 breath attack left, yes. And a rear charge on the Chaos Trolls will probably get them routing, as a regrowth is going to try and heal up Imric. The Blue Firecaster is still going after this Lothern Seaguard, just not getting anything done. Balance power is about even. Damage value is about even. The longer this goes on, the more it favors the High Elves with all their healing. The Chaos front line is winning. Of our White Lions of Krace, 1 is routing, the other 3 are all on the verge of it. We still have Silverhelms, though. I don't think they've even taken that much damage. Yeah, all 3 Silverhelms are chilling. They're just chasing anything that routes at this moment. Finally, a Lothern Seaguard routes from the attentions of the Chaos Sorcerer of Tzeentch. My game is done. It was a loss. All right, dude. I'll be with you in just a second. Well, I suppose I won't be with you specifically. I'll be with Polo, right? But there is a loser's bracket Uncanny, so feel free to send that replay over so I can cast it during the stream, and I will do that. And then if you have a loser's bracket opponent already, feel free to start your game. If you don't want to send me the replay, then don't. That's also fine. I'm here to cast them if you want to. Damage value is very similar, but the balance power is going in the favor of the High Elves, as a bunch of the Warriors of Chaos units are routing, / their Hell Cannon's ammunition has been rendered moot, and there has been some healing in, so all those things kind of making the damage value not fully show what's going on. And I do think the High Elves are slightly advantaged, so I do agree with the balance power. Laud and Seaguard, only one of them still has a lot of firing capacity. The rest are getting chased off by marauders and such. But I'm more worried about the triple Silver Helms and Imric in the late game. There is still one Chaos Warriors Halberd that could be a bit of a problem without archers or dwellers below or something to take him out. But Imric finishes off those armored Chaos Trolls, gets them routing. He needs to get them routing for real so that the Silver Helms can actually chase them off. Because if they're just rallying in the face, they'll get good damage back on the Silver Helms, and nobody wants that. High Elves started to kite around, doing their best. The armored Chaos Trolls do rally, and with Halberds nearby, Imric might have to be a bit careful, as will these Silver Helms. Their caster only brought regrowth. I guess the Silver Helms could be the beneficiaries of a regrowth. Even though they're not a Dragon Prince, they still could get decent healing. But that Silver Helm's getting pretty low. 30 out of 60 models left. If they're going to get healing, it has to be soon. Otherwise, don't bother. Another blue fire onto these Lothern Seaguard. It's got to be cast on the Life Mage. Lothern Seaguard will rout again. They might start shattering soon, because I have noticed a couple of the more damaged Lothern Seaguard have been routed multiple times. But these Chaos Warriors will get caught out by the Silver Helms. And then Lothern Seaguard can stop and fire back at them while the Silver Helms bog them down. So that'll be a bit of a problem. You wouldn't count Sigvald and Chaos out yet? Maybe not, but I have a very poor opinion of heavy infantry as a win condition. It can happen, but I tend not to believe in it too heavily. Another blue fire down, hits some Silver Helms, does decent little damage. Might have been aimed at the Mage of Life, but she was on foot and super swamped in all these horses, so the horses body blocked for her a bit. Imric thinks about landing on those Halberds as Silver Helms charge in, but he decides against it and gets attack orders to go elsewhere, as a Hell Cannon is actually back online, actually firing over at the Lothern Seaguard. Huh. So 4 Chaos Dwarves was enough to pilot this thing. Interesting. Or is that the other crew? I don't know. The Hell Cannon's back, and it is firing. A regrowth is coming for the Silver Helms, like we mentioned, it might have happened before, and the Hell Cannon tries to help the Chaos Sorcerer of Tzeentch, while Sigvald is going to kill off the healing caster. This could be a disastrous turn of events for the High Elves, with the Hell Cannon being back online and your caster potentially being dead. That could decide this game in the end. Imric shuts down the Hell Cannon for another time. But as long as that model is still up, apparently it's a spooky time. Alright, Sigvald sniping out the Mage of Life is super huge. Super, super huge, because then these Halberds grinding away on the Silver Helms and Imric actually matters a lot more without healing in the back pocket. Some White Lions of Krace here fighting it out. I think Imric might be ready to use his last breath attack, unless he already has used it off screen. He did use it off screen, because that would be a nasty target on those blobbed up Halberds with some Chaos Trolls in the way too. Regrowth Caster is close to shattering. High Elf leadership is nutty, but no one can have leadership through death. Yeah, she just shatters right there, and then Sigvald actually outright kills her. No more healing for the High Elves is a big burden, and the balance of power takes a spike downwards to show that. For the Chaos Warriors, we are about to lose a Halberd for them. All of their units now are hyper precious. As a Hell Cannon with 0 models and 0 HP. That flag seems suspicious. Anyway, still have some trolls, still have a healthy Halberd over here. On the other side, we have a very healthy Tzeentch caster, full health Sigvald, and another healthy Halberd. Sigvald is a terror. A lot of people have had troubles dealing with him. Imric can. Dragon characters can usually hit foot models pretty consistently, and Imric has insane weapon strength when he pops his buffs. Though he didn't actually bring his buffs. Oh, okay. Still, 580 ain't bad, but he doesn't have, like, the Star Lance and stuff. 74 melee attack on him with a 50 charge bonus, though. If he gets to a late game situation where he can just cycle charge Sigvald, he will be able to take that guy out. And I do like what Sir Groot's doing here. He's identified that this pocket is more easily broken than over here with Sigvald and the Tzeentch caster. So he's letting them chase his Lothern Seaguard around for a bit, while his Silver Helms shatter off stuff, but he's also setting up a full surround over here. I think he wants these Pure Main Company to break the charge defense of the Halberds, and then he's going to charge in with both Silver Helms and Imric. So I believe that's what's going on. Lothan Seaguard still just trying to distract these guys and leave them on a merry chase while the High Elves isolate and kill off this other pocket of strength. I could see an argument for Imrik wanting to get over there and cycle charge Sigvald while he's away from a ton of support, but I don't know. I think routing off the trolls is an easier gamble. And the longer the trolls are alive, the more they're going to regen. Sigvald's regenning too, but he's taking less damage, and also he's way harder to break than some random-ass trolls. Alright, here come the lads. Imrik charges in from the sides. The Chaos Warriors with Halberds do not get their charge reflection against him because they weren't facing him. Pyramid Company also charge in. Where are the Silver Helms? They're getting activated now. Running in. Chaos Warriors with Halberds down to half HP, and a Dragonhorn is popped, so really everything is being invested in this one charge. The High Elves have to break off these units so they can effectively chase them down, because Sigvald has finished his work on the other side, and there are the routes. It does appear to be a well-set-up ambush. The Chaos Warriors should naturally route in a second. That Terror route, there we go, turns into a natural route. And now it's the Trolls' turn. 4 leadership for them. Barely holding on. There it is. So now these 2 Silver Helms can chase off those guys with Abandon. The Pyramid Company and the White Lions can rally with Imrik. Meanwhile, Sigvald did kill off one of the 3rd Silver Helm, and he even routed the Lothan Seaguard. He's going to now chase them off. We still have a 0 HP Hell Cannon, so don't you worry, guys. It's gonna carry. I don't know why that thing got the unit flag, but it did. Ambush, I don't know what to call it when you surround somebody on all sides and then collapse in all at the same time while breaking their charge defense. What would you call it? What are you gonna call it? Nothing! Alright, I got the replay from Uncanny, so I'll cast that later. Thanks, Uncanny. Both sides just doing some chase down right now. And my opponent is Poto. Alright. I'm messaging my next opponent to get our lobby set up. Honestly, this game is castable enough from this point that I could do picks and bans while in this game. I mean, Silver Helms are just chasing down these armored Chaos Trolls and Chaos Warriors and stuff. Meanwhile, Sigvald is chasing off Lothan Seaguard. And chat did not tell me what factions to pick, so I'm just going to pick whatever I feel like. Envelopment, Encirclement, Alpha Strike. Fair. Box breaking. Alright, I'm going to go with Chaos Dwarves. What do I want to go with? Chaos Dwarves, Wood Elves, and Beastmen. Ban none. Alright. Imrik has landed on Sigvald right next to the edge of this map. This is actually a super dangerous position. Imrik is immune to psychology, but Sigvald is immune to psychology, but like we said, Imrik is a really good melee combatant, and if he routes Sigvald, then Sigvald's just going straight off the map. Oh. Alright. How's the other side of the map going? Blue Firecaster looks like he routed off 1 White Lion while we were away, but the Silver Helms pursued and chased everything off the map, so they're doing just fine. And Imrik is flying back over to his forces. You weren't out round 1? I had a bye round because I'm Chad. Imrik's going back. Looks like he wants to get that Chaos Sorcerer of Tzeentch, but I actually think the right play here is just keep attacking Sigvald over and over again while your other units come up. Why didn't he dunk Mage? Well, that's exactly why I'm saying he shouldn't be going back. The Mage is 25 speed faster than him. Imrik can't catch him. So I don't know where he's going. Where are you going? Alright, my opponent in the next round is going Khorne, and I can go Chaos Dwarves or Beastmen. I'll go Chaos Dwarfs. That seems fine. Is Dark Subjugation good? No. 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 It's not... Wait, is Dark Subjugation... That's the debuff spell. Yeah, it's bad. It's trash. He doesn't want to fight Sigvald alone in the Halberds? Yeah, but you can still Cycle Charge. Get some free damage out while you're waiting for your forces. I don't know. I don't know that the Silverhelms are going to be that much help versus the Chaos Warriors, so I think he should have taken this opportunity to get Cycle Charges in. Now Imric lands in the Chaos Warriors to get rid of their charge defense. Silverhelms are getting a downhill charge plus a normal charge over here. And can the Chaos Warriors 100 armor hold? Well, Sigvard takes a big chunk out of Imric's ass. The final use of the Dragon Horn is out, giving all these guys extra melee attack. And a blue fire tries to hit the blob, though it honestly misses a lot of targets. The Chaos Warriors with halberds are immediately tear-outed off, so nice job from the Silverhelms, doing honestly more damage than I would have expected. And those halberds, does it turn into a natural rout? Not yet. They're sitting at 7 leadership. If they can stop terror routing and fight back, maybe they'll do okay, but there is the rout. There's no halberd support for poor Sigvald and his caster. So we'll see if it matters. While the halberds are out of the game, I mean, the Silverhelms are just going to chase them off. The Silverhelms and the Puremain Company aren't going to be that helpful versus Sigvald, so it is on the back of Imric to carry. Cool. Sigvald rushing in was silly. He's a spoopy guy. But he's not having a good time versus Imric. Like I said, dragons are one of the few models in this game that are super good at killing foot characters, and he is showing it right now. Imric has not missed Sigvald. Now he's T-posing on him just to make me look like a fool, but he's currently sitting on top of him, ready to kill that guy as soon as he swings again. Oh, the Puremain Company coming in clutch with the armor reduction. You're super right, No Juice. They lowered the halberd's armor by 30, making the Silverhelm charge that much more effective. Yeah. No, you're right. I missed that for sure. That's kind of an awesome combo. And that is going to be army losses. A very slow game from the High Elves. They executed a couple things quite well. I liked that. I won't pretend that I won't pretend that I wish it was faster, but yeah, shit happens sometimes. Sigvald and his caster did fine. Hell Cannons did okay. Armored Chaos Trolls got shut down. Chaos Warriors with halberds did okay. And Marauders mostly got murdered. Imric did great. His Silverhelms did pretty darn well. The Puremain Company went above and beyond the call of duty. And then Lothar and Seaguard, mixed value, but overall lacking. There was one that did pretty well. But GG. Alright, I have a game to go do, which I will do. And I could put up a blocker, but you know what? I won't this game. Okay, so my opponent and I kind of started doing picks and bans when Imric was walking around to try and speed this next process up. So I picked Chaos Dwarves, he has Khorne, and he has banned my Blunderbusses and my Bull Centaur Renders. I'm in the stream, so put a blocker, please. Fine! Okay. Okay. And then I still have to ban stuff. I banned Valkia. Ban Minos with I banned the regular Minotaurs, the one with anti-infantry. Alright, what's the map? Map is Bloodpine Woods. Perfect. It's just perfect. I'm trying to think of what of Khorne's roster do I even care enough to ban last. I banned Valkia, I banned the Minos with the anti-infantry. Alright, he's banning my Infernal Guard with great weapons. I'll ban the Blood Brute Behemoth. Sure. Fuck that thing. Alright, let's go. So he banned my Infernal Guard with great weapons, Bull Centaurs, and the Blunderbusses. Which is sad. Blunderbusses are my favorite unit. But that's fine. But that's fine. Time to practice medicine. He's gonna have a bad time. Or maybe he's gonna win. I don't know. But he's not gonna win. I'm gonna win. Okay. I'll be a little fun. But for some of my fun stuff to work, I need to go meta elsewhere. If that makes sense. Because if I go full shenanigans, I can't get certain synergies that might make one of my fun units actually work, and then you guys would be like, oh, that's so cool, that unit's actually doing good. But then if I fuck around too much, it's like, never mind. It sucks. Everything sucks. Okay. Yes. Yes. All you need is shotguns. Dude, he banned my shotguns. How am I supposed to use shotguns? I don't even have any shotguns. Why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that up just to hurt me? Just to hurt me. No more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Actually, yeah. We'll get some great weapons on my Chaos Dwarf Warriors because Khorne could have armor, and they have so much melee attack, it's not like my melee defense is really going to matter that much. TBH. Just cheat? I would never! But I will, however, push the rules to their breaking point for my own amusement. Teehee. Teehee, motherfucker! Yes. This is good. Bloodthirsters incoming? Maybe. But I'm ready for them. We got Kadai. I got 2 Kadai Fireborn, and I got a Kadai Destroyer. I did take Lore of Fire. You might be like, oh, you dumb bitch, take Lore of Hashut. But that was what I was talking about behind the blocker, is I took Cascading Fire Cloak for a nice cheap fire spell. I took Piercing Bolts of Burning, so it's not all meta. Could punish some blobs with that. But I really wanted the Lore of Fire passive, the 20% extra damage for fire units, to help my Kadai out. So, if I took the Lore of Hashut, there's no synergy between them and the Kadai Fireborn, and then it could just flop. Will he take the greatest artillery piece of all time? Never. Khorne's gonna rush me, I know that, so there's no reason to take the Dreadquake. No Dark Subjugation? No. It doesn't synergize with the Kadai. And I am determined to give the Kadai the best possible chance of working here. But they need anti-Lorge being short. It's true. It's true, they are short. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Please don't. Who's excited for the tabletop stream tomorrow? I flip back and forth between being excited and being nervous. It's going to be boring and everyone's going to hate it. Khorne's demons are formed to the fiery pits of war itself. Surely they have fire resistance. Surely these fire-breathing demons are resistant to fire. How do we tell Sakura, who I know is joking, that Khorne actually doesn't have a ton of fire resist? They have some, but not a ton. Alright. We have our Sorcerer Prophet of Fire with Piercing Bolts of Burning to punish any blobs that occur. And Cascading Fire Cloak just to get a super cheap spell to spam out the Kindle Flame passive. We do have the Kadai Destroyer. Because I banned Valkia, whoever the Khorne Lord is going to be a duelist of some kind. Even the Herald of Khorne is actually pretty good for the Kadai Destroyer to duel. So you might get Scarbrand or someone versus this big boy. But he's going to try and defend my Footlord. We do have 2 Kadai Fireborn to try and punch through the Khornate front line, whether it's armored Chaos Warriors or a bunch of Bloodletters or something. And then I do have the Demon's Tongue. With the Burnt Leadership debuff, it provides plus its insane missile strength and weapon strength. It's also a pretty good duelist and could help me deal with Chaos Warriors in the late game. Now to support all of my Kadai and stuff, we have Chaos Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. The great weapons are usually not worth it, in my opinion, because you're paying more money for 10 less melee defense, which is pretty impactful. But in this exact case, I think it'll be okay, because Khorne might have a bunch of armor. And if they don't have armor, then my Kadai Fireborn should be able to kill off Bloodletters quickly enough. I didn't want a ton of Goblin Laborers, because that just feeds Khorne a ton of kills. Alright, put you into melee, you're into melee, and then these, and then all of these. Alright. Let's go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Similar troop counts, which is fine. We have Chaos Warriors of Khorne across the front line with some Marauders. We have the Knights of the Blazing Throne, Skullcrushers Regiment of Renown. We have an Exalted Bloodthirster. And I'm guessing there's some stuff in the trees I can't see. Yeah, okay, there's some Fleshhounds over there. Seems fine. I'm going to get my Hobgoblin Wolf Riders away from the trees. They don't really want to fight with any of that nonsense. Alright. We'll go get a free charge with my Iron Demon, unless that Exalted Bloodthirster actually wants to land in my troops. Then the Kadai Destroyer will be waiting for him. Okay, not you. You can pop your choo-choo horn and go for a little bit of a ride. That's fine. Choo-choo, motherfucker! Alright. Let's get our infantry all engaged. Oh my god, they're engaged! Whee! I don't want to blob up too much in case something terrible happens. Whee! Alright, this thing can keep running. You can come over here. Oh shit. Okay, wait. I don't wanna fight the Knights of the Blazing Throne all alone. Hobgoblins, I need bodies! Piercing bolts of burning! Go, my Kadai Destroyer, go! Destroy them! There's the Piercing Bolts of Burning, getting huge damage onto the Knights of the Brazen Throne. Uh-oh. There are those Fleshhounds we were worried about. My Kadai Destroyer's doing great. Let's give him... Kindle Flame passive is gone, so let's give him some stats. Let's give him some stats. My Fireborn need to focus on the infantry. Leave the Exalted Bloodthirster, I guess, to the professionals, as my train is going to get in his way and just block him so my Destroyer can come up and hit him in the back. Get his ass! Get him! You need to stay safe. Uh-oh. That fight's going poorly. I have another Piercing Bolts of Burning in 20-ish seconds, so we'll see if they can hold on till then. Meanwhile, oh, we got him. Kadai Fireborn, trap him in! Chaos Dwarf Warriors, chase off these Chaos Warriors! Trap him in! Trap him, boys! Get him! Get his ass! Get him! Uh-oh. Alright, a lot of stuff is dying. Piercing Bolts of Burning! Your sacrifice will not be in vain, Kadai! Alright, this is going great. There was some Skull Crushers in the trees that are getting here now. He is dodging most of my Piercing Bolts of Burning, which is a dick move. One is not supposed to dodge my spells. One is supposed to die to my spells. This thing's about to go burr through some randos. This guy's about to go burr through some other randos. My Kadai Fireborn can chase off Marauders of Khorne. There we go. So now I'll bring these guys over here to offer a little bit of support. We did rout those guys. You just keep on trucking. Trucking along. Cast out a Cascading Fire Cloak just to get a little bit more damage. Oh, and the thick bitch is in, and he misses by swinging before he even got there. But then the second part of the hit actually does the damage. Get in there. Get in there. Get their ace. Okay, that time he actually just missed. He just missed that one. Fleshhounds are fading away. Chaos Warriors are routing off. My Kadai Fireborn. No, they lost their Unbreakable. They might Demonic Instability crumble. No! No! Oh, they're my beautiful babies! They fucking died! Ow! What is this world? As the Skull Crushers still run away from the big lad. He just wants to catch him. He just wants to catch him and eat him for breakfast. Alright, we'll group up these guys, it's fine. Cascading Fire Cloak on you, just for giggles. Alright, Chaos Dwarf Warriors, charge them! Oh, the damage! Dear God, the damage! Alright, we don't love that. Anything else going on that I need to care about? Not really. Let's have you guys group up with my Chaos Sorcerer Lord. Kadai can chase that down. You're chasing them so you can shoot your flamethrower at their back. They're apparently not going to do that, and we'll just GG. GG, well played. Kadai. Strong. And the Kadai did good work, because we believed in them. For Khorne, his Chaos Warriors got smashed, his Marauders also got smashed. Fleshhounds did okay. Skull Crushers, no, didn't get nearly as much value as I would have thought, honestly. Alright. GG then. GG, I suppose. I thought the Skull Crushers did well in-game, but then it just didn't work out, I guess. I have to go fight Sir Groot? I don't want to fight Sir Groot. You can't make me! Oh yeah, my phone is in the other room, isn't it? Alright, I'll message Sir Groot. Yo. Can you host? BRB. Alright, chat, if you want to see a faction, be vocal about it. Where's my dog? He's just sitting around being a dog. Oi! Alright. Skaven, Demons of Chaos, Vampire Coast, Dwarves, Lizardmen, Demons of Chaos, Demons of Chaos. Sounds good, sounds good. Alright, it looks like we'll do Vampire Coast, Demons of Chaos, and Skaven. Those are the ones that I see that have multiples. Lizards have multiples too. Well, he gets to pick 3 ban too. We'll see if he bans something that's in our list here. He's going Nurgles, Demons of Chaos, and Vampire Counts. Ban Dwarves and Chaos Dwarves. Okay, so Dwarves got banned, so let's do Lizardmen, VP. There's a lot of Skaven love. So, we'll do Demons of Chaos, Skaven, VP. Oh, this is hard, because Lizardmen also had 2 votes. Please ban Demons of Chaos. No one wants to see that faction. Some people do want to see it. I'll go Lizardmen, Skaven, VP, because Demons of Chaos is in Sir Groot's picks, so then I'll ban Nurgle. Oh, wait, shit. No, I can't do that. I just have to pick one. I'm sorry, I'm being really stupid right now. I'm being really stupid and dumb. Okay, Skaven. People asked for a lot of Skaven, so let's go Skaven, ban Nurgle. I still don't want to fight Nurgle. Chat's asking for a lot of Demons of Chaos. I didn't pick Demons of Chaos because it's in his pick 3, so now we'll probably see them at this point. Yeah, he flips over them, like, immediately. Alright. Skaven versus Doc. Oh, he flips back to Vampire Counts. Alright. He's actually going with Vampire Counts. So Skaven versus Vampire Counts. I don't know what he's going to ban yet, but I got something for you. I got something for you. Alright. Ban Vargheists. I already know what my 3 bans are going to be. He banned Rat Ogres from me. Ban Blood Knights. Ban Corpse Cards? Nah, dude. I don't want to say it because Sir Groot's in chat and he might stratamagize, but I already know what my 3 bans are in this matchup. It's the only 3 things that are actually annoying. Vargheists, Blood Knights, and then blank. Varghulf? No, I got something to do with Varghulf. Oh, I got schemes, chat. I got schemes! This is gonna be the best Skaven build of all time, bro. Can I spec? I don't know, Blags. The slots are open. Sakura is completely right. It's Crypt Horrors. Without Crypt Horrors, Vargheists, or Blood Knights, oh, this matchup is so much more playable for Skaven. Less mass, less healing. Oh. Oh. Alright, he got rid of Rat Ogres and Warp Lightning Cannons. Let's see what else he's got. Ban Wolves? Nah. Nah, I got some shit to deal with them. He hasn't banned Globes yet, which is interesting. Again, I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to influence his bans. Avalanche... He banned the Avalanche Mortars. Okay, I didn't actually... I thought he was going to ban Globes, so my immediate idea didn't have Globes in it. Globes would be really good versus Black Knights. But I kind of don't... I kind of don't want to... I already had this idea. I don't want to use gloves. Alright, we'll see. We'll see if I do it. Just everybody give me a second. We got something, but it's gonna take a little bit of time, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sauce. Nah, we'll do this. We'll do this. This is better. Oh, this is better. Ban Banshees is in the name? You do have a good point. I do need some magic damage, don't I? For the Banshees. Oui, the Banshee. Yeah, I already have magic damage. I just accidentally took it. But we got it. Okay. So we have that, that's fine. He banned Rat Ogres, Warp Lightning Cannons, and my Mortars. Understandable. Kitty Cat's running around. Bye, Kitty Cat. I guess without Vargheists, you guys are of limited use to me. And he might spam Blood Knights of Dogs, so actually, yeah, I don't really want you at all. I already have 4 single entities, or I would actually take a Doom Wheel here, because he doesn't have Blood Knights. Oh, I would totally take a Doom Wheel here! He doesn't have Blood Knights! What? Oh, but I need those 4 single entities I already have! No, but I want my Doom Wheel! Oh, this game sucks now! This game sucks now. Why didn't you ban Blood Knights? I did. You're right. But he has Black Knights. Black Knights are different. Black Knights are still out there, lurking in the shadows. I need some armor-piercing anti-large, so I'll get some of those. And then I have some gold left, so let's just get these. But oh no. I can't afford all of these. Why? God, why? Lovely. This is good enough. Fuck it. Send it. Go Doom Flayers. Doom Wheels are situationally okay. Doom Flayers are just objectively trash all the time. You will not be disappointed in this build, I guarantee it. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. You son of a bitch. Wheels of Doom is clearly a plural word, so it can't be a single entity. Truer words have never been spoken. I'm gonna end this man's whole career, you have no idea. I'm on the basic Skaven flag. We need to find the Clan Moors flag. That's important. Clan Moors is the best clan. And you might be like, isn't the Clan Moors flag just the basic Skaven flag? And I would tell you, shut up. Shut your beautiful, correct mouth. Clan way more is like so much more. Blags found the spectator slot. That's funny.
I'm doing a bit of trolling in chat, as is my way, as is my birthright. Nowhere Boy, we could choose them from the opponent. Yeah, you could. Somebody, I think Lucinia did a tournament like that recently. There are some replays we cast from it on the channel over time. They're around. Did you bring double Bone Crusher, double Mutant? Not quite. Not quite. But you might be onto something. What would it take for you to bring a Hell Pit? Hell Pits do get significantly buffed. They're very expensive, but their damage profile isn't that much better than Mutant Rat Ogres or Brood Horrors for, that and those units are much less the cost. And Hell Pits suffer from having giant bodies, but not animations that match. So they don't turn very well. So if a single entity is fighting them on their side or behind them, it takes them forever to turn around and fight back. And if they charge into units, they don't even do that much damage. Versus like infantry or stuff in the late games, they're not that useful in that aspect. Whereas like think about like the Gorgon can get some decent charges into infantry. So the Hell Pit has just been outdone by time and ultra unit scale and power creep. So he needs some buffs, maybe some new animations. Though if that's too much work, you could just up his weapon strength and up his melee attack, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, the Hell Pit's just been outdone by time. All right. In case of Vlad von Karstein, we have Queek Headtaker to body that old fool and show him who is the best infantry lord in the game. Then we have a Warlock Engineer with Crack's Call without globes. He didn't ban globes, but I kind of already had this idea and I just wanted to do it. Without globes, I was ready to use Crack's Call to clear out the front line of Graveguard and zombies and nonsense. Other than that, we have Plague Monks paired up with Queek Headtaker, and Queek's Warp Shard armor will lower Graveguard's armor, making the Plague Monks non-armor piercing able to get through them much better. Then we have some Clan Rats to also help out with the holding portion. Then I do have some Skaven Slaves for just extra bodies around. I had an awkward 400 gold, and I'm like, I might as well get 3 infantry units. But we do have 2 Gutter Runners with poison to fight dogs or bats or something. I don't know. Shoot Vargulfs. I work here, okay? And then to deal with Black Knights, I do have 2 Eshin Triads to defend my Warp Fire Throwers. And the Warp Fire Throwers, their job is to... ... win games ... Not sure how. I'm sure they'll figure it out. And then to kill banshees or vargulfs or giant monsters of the dragon variety, we do have the mutant rat ogre. He banned rat ogres, but he didn't ban the mutant rat ogre, the strongest of them all. And to support the mutant rat ogre, make sure he doesn't die instantaneously, we do have the Packmaster with his running with the pack heal. So if he hangs out with the mutant rat ogre, we can get some double heals out. And try and keep that big boy alive. All right. This is going to go very poorly. This is not going to go very well. But I'm fucking ready. I fear nothing. We fear nothing. It's a Strigai Ghoul King. He has Spirit Leech, abandoned ship. No, Queek's gonna die to Spirit Leech. No. Oh, that's funny. All right, over in the distance, we have some dire wolves. Dire wolves are trying to flank us. There's a corpse cart with unholy lodestone, a bunch of zombies, the Konigstein stalkers, double Vargulf, and some fellbats. This is what you were proud of? I took Queeks, some Plague Monks, some Mutant Rat Ogres, some more Fire Throwers. Though you are getting a first-hand lesson in why I almost never take Snitch or Queek is because Spirit Leech exists. Oh wow, that was like an 8 Winds of Magic spell, and Queek is 1/6 the dead. Alright, so vampire counts are running away, as they do. It is funny that is a very vampire count thing to do, is to run away. So we'll try and get out what damage we can, where we can, but this one's probably doomed, my friends. No Gorich? Nah. Nah. Mutant Rat Ogres are good enough. I'm backing Queek off, so at least if he's going to cast Spirit Leeches, he has to cast some Overcast or sit in my Gutter Runners. That's roughly the idea here. Right. Plague Monks, go fight zombies. There's the Spirit Leech. It is Overcast, so we got that at least. Okay, Warp Fire Throwers moving on. There are some Crypt Ghouls. Okay. Okay. So Queek's gonna help out with some stuff for a bit. This guy's just living his best life. Gutter Runner's trying to shoot at the Strigoi Ghoul King. We have Plague Monks and etc. killing some things. Killing some stuff. Queek will give some buffs out here. My Mutant Rat Ogre is going to go say hello to some friends. Plague Monks are killing off zombies, which is okay. It's a pretty massive ghoul flank. Here come some more dogs. Just doing dog stuff. Just being dogs. I was waiting for a nicer Cracks Call blob, but that'll have to do. And, of course, my guys break just as the Cracks Call is going to hit, so then they get to dodge a lot of it. Bastards. Plague Monks have killed a lot of stuff on the front line, now they'll come to my back line. Alright, Queek's in trouble. Let's go, single entities! Whee! You can stay here and keep Mortis Engine training, that's okay. Hey there, Queek! We're coming! Yeah! Yeah! That guy ran away. What a pooper. What a little pooper. Another Spirit Leech for my best buddy in the whole world, Queek. Ah, you misclicked onto the Mutant Rat Ogre. Let's go! Oh, it's Poggin time. Alright, Plague Monks keep trying to kill things, except for you guys are getting a little too clumped up, so let's back off here. Kitty Cat's here to run around and be here, I guess. I need a target that's sitting still. Let's kill off the Stalkers. Plague Monks still living their best life, as they do. And we're going to go try and kill ourselves an isolated Vargulf. As this Warlock Engineer will hang out next to Queek and keep Mortis Engineering down some things. Let's kill a Vargulf. How does that feel? Alright, so these Plague Monks fighting it out, killing stuff, doing good. We have some Triads back in the fight. We have some of these guys, whatever they are, back in the fight. Queek and the Warlock Engineer gonna run away. There's another Spirit Leech. We are getting some good damage down onto the Vargulf. I'm gonna have my Warlock Engineer go here, but I'll have Queek get closer to the Molder monsters, but we are sniping out that Vargulf pretty darn good. There go my friends, the Plague Monks. Running as they do. The cracks call down the line. It'll hit some Plague Monks, but they're about to rout anyway, so that's fine. Meow. We did kill that there rat bastard Vargulf. He is dead. So now I'm going to get my Molder monsters to come over here. Okay. Warlock Engineer can stay in the fight for now, because he's Mortis Engineering stuff, and I have support coming. Spirit Leech does have counterplay. Yeah, it's called Bringing a Lord of Spell Resistor Healing, which isn't Queek or Snitch. Alright, let's go kill the Corpse Cart. It can't run away from us. So if he wants to fuck around, we'll kill his Corpse Cart. Still have some zombies. Mutant Rat Ogre got distracted by random shit. We are rallying some lads, rallying some gitch. Another Spirit Leech onto Queek. Queek has gotten a whopping 300 value, as he has been Spirit Leeched to death. Oh, I got some Skaven Slaves back. Now that's pretty cool. Alright, he's going to finish off one of my already super wounded Plague Monks, but we'll kill his Corpse Cart. We'll try and get a fight with him. Plague Monk's holding for now. But yeah, he paths straight through it. He's fine. He should take off right about now. There it is. So I guess we'll go fight Dire Wolves. Queek's gonna die and one more Spirit Leech. Hey, there's not a whole lot we can do at this moment. I'll go try and pick a fight with the Vargulf, but for now we're just walking around. Spirit Leech is the bane of all things Skaven that aren't Grey Seers. Here goes Queek. Into Oblivion. I'm gonna throw this down, while maybe no one notices. Should do some damage to those Crypt Horrors. Crypt Ghouls, sorry. But yeah, good damage over there. Mutant Rat Ogre, even though I gave it specific orders to attack the Terrorgeist Lord, it fucked off. Which is kind of its usual, unfortunately. We're getting good damage onto the Terrorgeist Lord. He is heal capped soon here. So go Mutant Rat Ogre, go Packmaster, go. Doom and Darkness is going to rout off my Warlock Engineer, but thankfully his Mortis Engine still applies while he's routing. And this big bastard's trying to get off the ground. Try and stay on him. So if my Packmaster stays on him, the Mutant Rat Ogre can walk around and go get a charge attack that isn't on the same angle. But we're getting good damage. Getting good damage. Don't rout. You have 10 leadership. It's not looking good. We're trying. Mutant Rat Ogre's keeping him on the ground. Warlock Engineer, they're actually going to rally. My Packmaster routed? Why? Why would you rout? You're fine. Thankfully, you're far enough away. You should be able to rally. 105 speed versus the 110 of the Fellbats. You're not going to give me some balance of power shit saying Packmaster's way better than random Fellbats? He's full HP. They're half health. Yeah, thank you. Alright. He's gonna try and get back here. Mutant Rat Ogre's taking some damage. Warlock Engineer's back into draining. The Mutant Rat Ogre's taking too much damage. Eh! Shock Collar to give him a little more leadership, but he already routed that fucking bitch. Okay, Cracks Call down the line on me. Packmaster's trying to fight his way out. There's the Cracks Call. Plus, with my Mortis Engine, all three of those infantry should die. But now, my Packmaster is surrounded by bats and nonsense. So he is just going to die slowly. Warlock Engineer will come over here and try and drain down some of the bats. Mutant Rat Ogre's trying to get away from the Strigoi Lord. The Strigoi Lord's probably just going to Spirit Leech his way to victory. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you never take fun units as Skaven, is because every unit you have that's any fun is countered by a single fucking spell that's super cheap. Spirit Leech, I know you're necessary in the meta, but Skaven specifically needs something to deal with you. Without Spirit Leech, though, there's a lot of super toxic single entities that no one can do anything about, but Skaven are not those toxic single entities. Most of our infantry single entities suck ass. That is army losses. GG. Attacking rolls, he's just sitting there. I'm betting he had stocked units coming towards me, because he had crypt ghouls around the map and stuff. Warp Fire Throwers doing their classic, sucking and dying. Congratulations, my friends. Gutter Runners did well. Packmaster did well. Mutant Rat Ogre did well. Cracks Callcaster did well. Queek did not. Queek did not. So overall, most of the things in the builds did okay. It was just the Warp Fire Throwers and Queek are unfortunately terrible. Just terrible. Strigo Gold King got 3,100 value, Spirit Leeching Queek to death. Dogs did okay, but it was mostly just the Strigoi Lord hard carrying. What toxic units do you need Spirit Leech? What are you talking about? Oh, like Sigvald, Aecold Hellbrass, any foot single entity that's good at fighting, like Gotrek, Felix, Ungrim, things like that. If you've ever played the Tomb Kings and you've had to kill an infantry character, you're appreciating Spirit Leech. I do think Spirit Leech is good for the game. I think Skaven specifically needs something to help their foot single entities, because that is the reason you're often going to see a Grayseer or Ikit. Because, like, look at Queek, 4,300 HP. Okay. Grayseer on a bell. 6,300 HP, and he gets 25% spell resist. It just makes him way tankier to Spirit Leech. And if you take him with his normal kit, let's say I take my normal kit on this Grayseer, he's 100 gold more expensive than Queek. So you could have a caster and a lord for 100 gold more expensive, and you're way tankier to Spirit Leech. Or if we take Ikit Claw on his Doom Wheel, he has 2,000 more HP than Queek. He doesn't have spell resist like the Grayseer does, but if you're wondering why you usually see those lords, that's why. Because Spirit Leech is real good against this, like, Snitches and Queeks of the world. Snitch has even less HP than Queek. He only has 3,900. At least he has stock, but still, Spirit Leech is pretty potent against Snitch. And with Fate of Yuna being really strong against weapons teams, that is a lot of the time you'll see a Deathcaster in this matchup. Fireball is almost as effective. All right, we got some replays to catch up on. We have 2 replays from Uncanny Book we haven't seen. We have 1 replay from Nurgle's PA. So let's get into it. What were you hoping Queek would kill? 1, he's my favorite character, so I just wanted to take him for fun. 2, he is good against Vlad von Karstein. And 3, I wanted a little bit of synergy with the Plague Monks because he reduces the armor of things around him. But no, Queek is mostly bad. If you're asking for, like, actual reasons I took him, because he's my favorite character and I wanted to. But they do suck, yeah. True. But no, the reason would be fun. Gutter Runners are actually good in that matchup. Mutant Rat Ogre is actually good in that matchup. I recently beat an actual try-hard build with the Mutant Rat Ogre because he's just good at punishing dragons. Okay. What do we have? So this was earlier. For the High Elves, I don't know what they banned, but we do have 2 Phoenix Guard, 2 White Lions of Krace, triple Sister of Averlorn, Teclis with Net and Chain Lightning, and then a Dragon Prince and a Legendary Archer. That is a hyper elite High Elf build. Oh my god. On the other side for the Lizardmen, we have Pterodons of Fire Leech Bolas, 4 Temple Guard, including the Star Chamber Guardians, Gorok, a Skink Oracle, a Bestowal of the Rev Crystal, and Lord Croak. Okay. Vertical Cliff. Yeah, I wish more healing spells had a similar damage profile to Fate of Buna and Spirit Leech, where it's like certain heals were only good versus single entities, while certain heals were only good versus multi-entities. It's weird that all healing is equally good. Yeah. Alright. The Triple Sisters of Avalorn should have a field day in a bit. Oh, where did all these Silver Helms come from? You guys don't have Vanguard. How did you slip past me? Okay, well, they're in. Temple Guard will be just fine fighting these Silver Helms, but that's what I wanted. The laser light show of Sisters of Avalorn pouring fire into these Temple Guard. 85 armor doesn't matter against their armor-piercing ammunition, and their bronze shields will save them for a bit. But only for a bit. I wonder if Teclis is going to bother netting them, or if he's going to wait for them to get to his front line and throw down a Chain Lightning and hope it doesn't kill off his own Phoenix Guard. Not sure. I'm also not sure what the Skink Oracle is going to get to do this game. As some Silver Helms are getting wrecked by Temple Guard, the Skink Oracle is also picking off some in the distance. And there is a Deliverance of Pizza. I believe that is the most expensive one. Right onto 2 Sisters of Avalorn. They do not dodge, and they don't take a ton of damage, but they do take a little bit. There's Teclis' Chain Lightning. He's hoping it comes back into the formation, but doesn't come far enough to hit his White Lions. And so far, the bet is paying off, as it does tear into the Temple Guard. Oh, but it's straying a bit into the White Lions. For now, it's still hitting both units, but it goes fully into the White Lions, and instead does a majority of its damage to them. But with a rear charge, the Temple Guard will get pushed off. And that Chain Lightning was a bit of a betrayal. Gorok is getting a fight with Teclis that he should win. And a net on the Fire Leech Bolas so they can't get over the Sisters of Avalorn and use their Rock Drop on them. That was actually a good net. That was a good net. Well played. I like that. They instead use their Rock Drop because they realize they are about to die. And we who are about to die salute you. They throw their Rock Drop down on the Phoenix Guard and the White Lions. But yeah, they're doomed. They will run away. Temple Guard, one is at half HP, one is dead and dying. Star Chamber Guardians are also dying, but they're getting a little bit of a heal, and the last one's doing okay. But the High Elves' Sister Core is doing well for now. Who's not doing well is Teclis. He didn't bring Regrowth or his Potion of Troy, so he needs to back off and get away from Gorok. Him fighting Gorok is just a big mistake. Ah, he takes one final dumpster of HP. Negative 55 leadership. He might shatter? No, he rallies to at least negative 52 for now. He's going to route. There's plenty of map between him and the White Line, so maybe he will get his shit together over there and rally. Nope, he shattered. Oh god, okay. No caster, no lord left for the High Elves. They still have all 3 Sisters of Avalorn. Their front line is holding decently. Silver Helm still trying to help get rid of those Temple Guard. And a lot of the bounce Power Lizards is in their single entities, which that can change quickly, especially with 3 Sisters of Avalorn shooting at them. But yes, Teclis should not have been fighting Gorok. He's a caster and he needs to act like it. As super glowy arrows try and hit Gorok. Skink Oracle using the last of its ammunition on these Silver Helms. He has been firing all game long, killing off horsemen. And what do you want, Hazel? What are you creeping about being scary for? I'm getting hit with sunlight right in my face. I love it. It's my favorite thing. Seeing is believing, and I can't see anything, so I believe nothing. Gorok trying to cross some open ground, now getting opened up on by the Sisters of Avalorn. And how much damage are they going to do? Not a lot, as they start focusing on the Temple Guard instead. Another pizza is being delivered straight on top of these Phoenix Guard and the Sisters, doing good damage to both of them. Lizards are pulling further and further ahead on the balance of power. And I think that will be enough. Supreme Shield, the old ones, plus a heal, keeping these Star Chamber Guardians in the fight. All the other Temple Guard are super low, but I don't know if it's going to matter. And Gorok is currently routing all 3 Sisters of Avalorn together. They do need to split up. Split up. Split up. Don't all run together. Laren Reaver Archers in the backfield still firing over, though all of the High Elf infantry is running besides these Phoenix Guard in the back. And the Rev Crystal is coming for Gorok. Gorok takes a pretty good volley from those sisters over here, but now they're trying to shoot at him when he's piled up in infantry. They can't see him, so they'll just run into melee. And these other ones need to find a place to shoot. Skink Oracle, 4 ammunition left. Poking away at the Sisters of Avalorn. Another pizza's being delivered somewhere, I thought. Thought I saw it. Guess not. Does Croak have a lore passive? I don't think he does. Yeah, he does not. That is army losses. And the sisters were bold, the sisters were brave, but Teclis was too brave. Teclis needed to be a little bit more cowardly. Then maybe that would have gone the other way. Sisters did fine. White Lions got wrecked. Phoenix Guard honestly got wrecked too. Dragon Prince did okay. The other side, Gorok did fine. Skink Oracle did fine. Croak did actually pretty well. I didn't think his pizzas would be that delivered. Temple Guard did fine. Fireleech Bowls and the Rev Crystal didn't have to do too much. So GG to that replay. 2 more. These are both from the loser's bracket. So, from this point on, anybody who loses will be knocked out besides Sir Groot. He is in the winner's finals. But, let's see who wins between Uncanny Book and Nurgle's PA. Whoever loses this is out. Seems like the High player was newer. We do have a lot of newer players hanging around our scene right now. They will get a lot better very, very quickly. 2 casters for Lizardmen? Yeah, probably not worth it. Probably not worth it money-wise. But they were funny. Alrighty. Dark Elves versus Lizardmen. Uncanny Book versus Nurgle's PA. We do have 3 Cold One Knights, 2 Dark Riders, Marathi up on her mount with Pit of Shades and Shoalstealer, 2 Feral Manticores, Crows of Cain, Blackheart Corsairs, and some Dread Spears. For the Lizardmen, we have Mazda Mundi on Zlak, facing the wrong direction for now. Every single spell in his kit, which is a mistake. We do have to cut some of those to save on money. Cold One Riders, Horned Ones, 3 Temple Guard, 3 Skink Cohorts, and 2 Skink Skirmishers. The Horned Ones dive straight in without any support. And this could be okay if they were baiting for Mazda Mundi to chuck down, like, Ruination of Cities and Banishment down here. That would get big value, but Mazda's not in range. It doesn't look like he's coming over here either. So the Horned Ones are just going to get massacred, unfortunately, with no rebuttal. Mazda does throw out his Comet of Cassandora onto some grouped up Dread Spears and Blackheart Corsairs. That should actually do very, very good damage. Bop! It hurts some skinks, but overall it hurts the Dark Elves more, so that's fine. Ruination of Cities from Mazda instantly deletes the Crows of Cain! Oh, they're all so dead! And then he turns his back on the Manticores, not giving a single shit about what's going on over there, while Marathi offers a Pit of Shades to help her Cold One Knights up on the high ground versus these Cold One Riders. The Cold One Knights are very outnumbered, though. Dark Rider's going to go straight off the map. Meanwhile, the Cold One Knights are fighting a 2v1 while getting poison darted in the butt. Apotheosis onto some Temple Guard from Mazda Mundi. He might have wanted that for himself, considering he's in a 3v1 versus a bunch of single entities. And he might want some of those Temple Guard to come back. The Temple Guard are holding the front line just fine, but the Horned Ones, way overextended, do get killed off. And Mazda is now alone. A bound banishment from him, trying to kill off Dread Spears. It's a decent target rather than throwing it on the single entities on his own bum. But those Temple Guard probably have to come back, like I said, and help peel for the Mazda. Lizardmen coming down from the high ground, deciding not to fight with the Cold One Knights anymore. Do want their Cold One Riders and Skinks to be doing something else, apparently. Cold Ones outnumbered by other Cold Ones. Yes. And Horned Ones outnumbered by Cold Ones. Cold One Knights charging in, Mazda Mundi chilling. If he gets his Ruination of Cities up soon, this could be a nasty blob punishment for him. Meanwhile, Cold One Riders charge in on the other side. And what to do? Soulstealer from Marathi pulled all 3 of these units, and if Mazda routs, this game is pretty much over. Temple Guard are holding and killing a bunch of stuff, but unfortunately that's just a lot of money to put into your front line when the front line doesn't matter. Is Marathi a good combatant? She's decent. She is decent. Here's another Comet of Cassandora coming down to punish the blob, cast from Mazda Mundi. That should do really good damage. And now Nurgle's PA is trying to dodge it. Little too late, as some of them are still going to get smoked. But it's not enough to save Mazda. I mean, he's super dead. He is dead as hell. Morathi is a good caster. She has a really good mixed spell lore, but as a melee combatant, she has armor piercing. She has anti-large. She's okay. I often cut, like Nurgle's PA did here, I cut her debuffs because I find them not as effective in Game 3 as they were in Game 2. -5 melee attack just isn't that impactful for 200 gold. Anyway, Apotheosis keeping Mazda alive for now. He has been fighting 2 Manticores forever, and they're having a hard time really dealing much damage to him. But Mazda hasn't regrouped with the Temple Guard yet, and that could be a big problem. I hope Morathi saves up for a Pit of Shades to kill off some of the Temple Guard. That'd be pretty huge for her, as Mazda continues to plow through all these other guys. There's not a lot left for the Lizards, though. And there's the Pit of Shades we were talking about. So that should cause army losses if it's overcast. Might even cause it if it's not, but just doing enough damage to that very expensive unit. Mazda gets out a Ruination of Cities that damages a lot of Dark Elves around him, but it's after he routes, so he will be heading off the map. And that was an undercasted Pit of Shades, but it looks like it did enough of a job to get army losses to proc. And the Dark Elf / Nurgle's PA stay in the tournament. An Uncanny Book will be sent home packing. Though he was a welcome addition to this tournament. Hopefully he had fun. Hopefully we will see him again. Manticore's got good value, so did Morathi. Coldwood Knights, decent value overall. Dark Riders did okay, Black Corsairs did fine. For Mazda, really, really good value on a lot of his spells. Temple Guard held for a long time, but that's about it. Colden Rider's really underwhelmed, and then the basic Skin Court's also underwhelmed. Last replay to get us caught up. So Nurgle's PA advanced, but Nurgle's PA is currently fighting somebody. Oh, these guys both just sent me the same replay. Did I get one from Polo and Father Ram? Does not look like it. Okay. Father Ramsey did defeat Polo GR. And right now, Father Ramsey and Nurgle's PA are battling it out. I don't know, I just went back to the same menu as if I would find a different replay there. There's the lobby. I'm going to hop in the lobby and see if they're just starting or if they're already done. Father Ramsey's readied up and just sitting here, so I'd have to guess that they haven't played yet. So we're back to live. If you care about the bracket, it is going to be on my left-hand screen. Right here, Father Ramsey and Nurgle's PA are fighting. The winner will fight me, and the winner of me versus blank will fight Sir Groot. If they beat Sir Groot, they go to another game. If Sir Groot wins, then that is the end of the tournament. So 4 players left. Place your bets. Looks like we'll be live from here on out for the final 3 or 4 games, depending on how the finals go. Oh, boy. Ow! Ow! Cramped my arm. Arm cramp. Hurts. Hurts my body. All right. We're into game. Greenskins versus High Elves. Grimgore Ironhide versus an Archmage of Life. Cool, cool. Lamp. Improve the lighting a little bit here. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Hazel. What are you doing? You causing a fuss? You causing a ruckus? You causing a ruckus? Little ruckus causer? Little ruckus causer. Causing such a ruckus. Who's felt like they eat the most? Who's felt like they eat the most when they can ban units? What? I'm sorry, that sentence confuses me, Sakura. My butt and become death, destroyer of toilets. Yeah, that's great. That's great, buddy. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Hazel. Oh, such a good puppy. Such a good puppy. Oof. We love her! Once again, we are in the lower bracket. This is an elimination game, so one of these two players is going home. And the player that wins is one step closer to winning a brand new 1997 Honda Accord. I don't really like talking about the armies as they set up because they move around under my mouse. I'll give it a second. Give it just a moment. For the High Elves of Nurgle's PA, we do have a life cast with only regrowth up on our Eagle. Triple Archer, a front line of Spearmen, Silverengard, and White Lions of Krace. We have the Fireborn plus 2 Silverhelms, and then 4 Illyrian Reaver Archers. I have to wonder what was banned from the Greenskin side. Maybe, if I had to guess, probably Lothern Seaguard. Just looking at this, Lothern Seaguard, Imric. Lothern Seaguard, Imric, and maybe Illyrian Reavers, the 550 variant, because they can do okay versus Greenskins with their high stats. Who feels like they can do more with their roster by being able to ban units? Oh. That's hard, man. That's hard. Feels like there's a lot of options. I would say maybe, honestly, Greenskins. Greenskins feel like they can do a lot if they can ban you out of certain things. Because there are things that can just completely dick over what Greenskins want to do. Is the prize for a $5 gift card to Applebee's? Oh, of course. Of course. For Father Ramsey, we do have triple Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, one of which is Durkit's Squigs. We have 2 Savage Orc Biggins, a front line of Goblins, Grimgore Ironhide with an Orc Shaman Hero Caster, Brainburster, and Here We Go for him. Some Forest Goblin Spider Riders, the melee variant. Some Wolf Riders, also the melee variant. I did mention triple Archers, but they are Night Goblin Archers, one of which is the Regiment of Renowned Rusty Arrows. We do have 2 Savage Orc Boar Boys, not the Biggins. No Silverengard. There was one I saw. I thought I saw a Silverengard. Yeah, there it is. Singular. Greenskins moving up. Illyrian Reaver Archers will give them a hard time as they go about it. And these Savage Orc Boar Boys, they have 25% physical resistance, or is it 20? 25%, but no shields, no armor. Means those arrows will do damage over time. Oh, wow, good commentary. Missiles do damage over time. Wow. I'm so fucking shocked. Yeah, I know. Some things sound good in your head, then you say them out loud and you sound stupid. You sound like a big old dum-dum. Greenskins moving up, just trying to find some archers to play with. Meanwhile, these Goblin Wolf Riders and Night Goblin Squig Hoppers moving up through the trees. Being patient, knowing that the Skirmish Cav of the High Elves are just going to get some damage onto them. It is what it is. It happens. Goblin Wolf Riders are shielded, and they're only 300 gold apiece. So they're pretty good targets to let get shot by Illyrian Reaver Archers, honestly. Turns out, Dan, the team that scores more wins the games. Alright, Illyrian Reaver Archers finally just take the fight with the Wolf Riders, and this is a pretty solid choice. They just have much better stats than the Wolf Riders do, so they'll trade quite cost-effectively into those guys and get rid of them, get them off their back. Meanwhile, Silverhelms and Dragon Princes charging into the front lines, trying to get a bit of poke out, but this could be a moment of reprisal from the Night Goblin Archers firing into those guys, especially the Rusty Arrows on the other side of the formation. Squig Hoppers also getting caught up by Silverhelms. Silverhelms do seem to be winning that quite handily, and so far it's been a great engagement for the High Elves on this right-ish flank. They're doing well. Routed off both Goblin Wolf Riders in just a moment here, routed off a Squig Hopper, and took very little damage in return. Greenskins getting a bit spread out, unfortunately. Some Goblins and Savage Orc Biggins are reaching the front line, but with their right flank not able to respond, and some Spider Riders fighting Silverhelms and Illyrian Reavers on their own, that could be brutal. A Brainburster did do some good damage on this side, and Savage Orc Boar Boys have rejoined the fight. I wonder if anybody can pin in the Fireborn. Ooh, this could be a big moment. If the Savage Orc Boar Boys come over here, the Squig Hoppers have kept the Silverhelms and the Fireborn in this area, so the Savage Orc Boar Boys could actually get some decent damage down. Now the Fireborn are trying to retreat. They have gotten a regrowth to give them a little bit of HP, but a Silverhelm will die for their transgressions. Meanwhile, the first was out. Savage Orc Biggins punching through Spearmen while the Rusty Arrows try and duel with High Elf Archers, but it looks like the High Elf Archers are going to win that. version of the fight. And Illyrian Reavers are even coming out here to maybe shut down all of these archers in one fell swoop, while both Forest Goblins are out of the game. And Here We Go is casting these Savage Orc Boar Boys, plus the Savage Orc Biggins, that is killing off the Fireborn if they even feel like fighting, but most of the models for the Fireborn are actually over here. They're just disengaging. So unfortunately that spell is not going to get a lot of effect, and the units over here aren't going to get much done either. Squig Hoppers chasing down and gobbling up some Illyrian Reaver archers for now, and the Greenskins are starting to punch through this front line. A lot of high health infantry is currently not being used because only one flank was even attacked. Though these Savage Orc Biggins do need new attack orders, they beat their current Spearman opponents, and now they're just standing around getting shot in the face. In the backfield, Savage Orc Boar Boys trying to peel off the Illyrian Reaver archers that already got rid of the Rusty Errors, but still 2 archers are online. And it's not like we have Imric lurking in the background. That's why this High Elf army is so much larger than we're used to seeing. It is just a cheap mage on an eagle, so it's not like Grimgor is scared of her. Grimgor needs to get tucked up in some infantry and start killing them off. Really good Brain Burst takes half HP off the archers, which is much more than I would have expected. But these Savage Orc Biggins need new orders. Now they finally get moving, but they had a while there where they were just standing around. Orc Shaman breaks the charge defense of the Spearman, but even then, Savage Orc Boar Blanks are just terrible at killing infantry. It is not their forte at all, and they'll take insane damage back from these spears, so that's going to be a bad trade for the Greenskins. What's going well for the Greenskins is they're closing in on this formation, really taking out those archers, and the Fireborn have yet to rejoin. They're busy killing some Savage Orc Boar Boys in the distance. We also have some other Greenskin mobility that's rallied and does have to come back here, but the Greenskins are into the cookie jar now. We have one archer routing. Illyrian Reavers aren't feeling too good. Other archers have taken a lot of damage. It looks like the Squig Hoppers might be able to continue their charge right over there and take those guys out. Meanwhile, Grimgor and his Savage Orc Big Bros take out some White Lions of Krace. Fireborn shut down these Night Goblin archers in one brutal charge that takes over half their HP on impact, and then these Illyrian Reaver archers are killing off another one. Overcasted Brain Burster nearly deletes a Spearman unit, but it looks like the Orc Shaman knew he had to do it because he is on a pig, so standing in all these Spearmen, he was taking a lot of damage and decided the Overcast was just worth it. Squig Hoppers trying to kill the archers quickly before these Spearmen flank them, but it looks like Illyrian Reavers will also come by to do the job. Second and final Waw is out, and we have some Spider Riders and some Wolf Riders. In the distance, Father Ramram does have to get a little more aggressive about bringing his units back that have routed. So some mistakes there that we'll see if they cost him the game. Silver Helms and Dragon Princess sweeping up this backline quite effectively. Goblins will not be able to hold. Damage values are very similar. Balance of power is pretty even, but it's slightly in the favor of the High Elves. And again, these Savage Orc Biggins get caught just standing around without attack orders while Grimgor does all the work next to them. Squig Hoppers getting more archers off the field. Grimgor still fighting with these White Lions, and now Savage Orc Biggins get orders to charge downhill into these guys and take them out. The other Savage Orc Biggins are crushing through some Spearmen. Spearmen, where are the Silvering Guard? There they are. They're doing okay for now. I think High Elves will probably end up winning this game. They just have a lot of mobility left. They still have healing to help their Fireborn out. I guess the only concern is killing Grimgor, but cycle charging is a hell of a drug. I mean, we saw what Imric did to Sigvald earlier. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers finishing off some of those archers. Orc Shaman tried to get to these other ones, but now he is stuck in Spearmen. Deeply regrets it, immediately runs away. As the High Elves sweep up more archers in the backfield. Either side's archers is just having the worst day of their lives. We still have 5 cavalry units in the distance that have not been rallied. 1 got movement orders. All right, it looks like they're starting to get rallied here. Yep, Father Ramram just did a quick assessment and got everybody back together under the sun and chucked them at us. Alright. Sorry if someone missed me another thing. Silvering Guard fighting against Goblins and Grimgor. Grimgor will turn that fight against them, but the Fireborn slap in, getting rid of some Savage Orc Biggins. The other Savage Orc Biggins, half HP. We have to be careful about the Silver Helms fighting them for an extended period of time. But if they get to charge for free, in and out, they can kill off the Savage Orc Biggins pretty easily. Here We Go is popped, helping out all these units to try and crump through some Spearmen. But another regrowth is out. Who's at 4 in this giant pile? It is the Fireborn, yet again, getting another regrowth. Force Goblin Spider Rider is going to surround their Illyrian Reaver archers. Might get decent damage down without Silverhelm supporting, but I still think that these Illyrian Reaver archers should be able to beat both Spider Riders eventually. Grimgor is almost done with the Silvering Guard. But Can a full health Silverhelm and a nearly full health Fireborn carry this game? Or can Grimgor, an almost dead mage, and a half health Savage Orc Savage Orc Biggin do it? Grimgor still slapping around the Silvern Guard. But color me concerned, my friends. Color me concerned. Grimgor running about, trying to link up with the Savage Orc Biggins, it appears. And this Orc Shaman might just get massacred by the Fireborn here. He's trying to run away back towards Grimgor. Grimgor's coming for him. Grimgor does get into the fight with the Fireborn. We'll see if he even swings that much. Savage Orc Biggin still fighting it out. A Brain Burst to trying to clear out the Spearmen, but a rear charge from the White Lions of Krace might get these guys routing, but there is stand your ground to keep them in the fight for now. Another regrowth is coming in from Nurgle's PA. It looks like onto the Fireborn yet again. Really wants to heal cap those guys. Grimgor is doing his best to fight back against them. Not a good armor-piercing spell here for the Orc Shaman. It's not like he has Fate of Buna or anything to take care of these Fireborns. It's just down to Grimgor and these Savage Orc Biggins. It looks like an Here We Go is getting popped. But without stand your ground, the Biggins look like they're about to rout. One leadership left on them, and then an Here We Go buffs up their stats enough to maybe get them winning in melee combat. Leadership buff, maybe? Nope, they are going to rout anyway. Grimgor still fighting, though the Fireborn are now showing their heal cap. I don't know if Grimgor can solo carry this, you guys. Foe Seeker trying to get Grimgor out of fatigue. The Orc Shaman's about to die, and if he dies, the balance of power will spike enough against the Greenskins that Grimgor will just get army lost and doesn't even have to fight. Though actually, if he gets to just fight this out, no joke, he might have a shot to win it all. He throws a You're Next on the Archmage of Life to try and discourage her from landing on him, though he might have wanted to save that for if she actually, you know, came near enough to land on him at all. But Grimgor was doing work on the Fireborn. Looks like the Greenskins do end up surrendering. Can't say I blame him. I still think Grimgor probably would have lost, but he was doing his best. The Fireborn are brutal. In this matchup, obviously, this is a unit bans tournament, so maybe Azhag was banned or something, or Fate of Buna was banned, but I usually take Azhag with Fate of Buna, and I just use Fate of Buna on the Fireborn and other Dragon Princes, and after that, the Greenskins can kill everything else, but ever since the Wurzag nerfs, their cavalry just isn't good enough to fight the Dragon Princes, and without your cavalry to fight them, nothing can fight Dragon Princes. They can just cycle charge you to death. Especially with healing support, but that's kind of a given. I hovered over the values. I didn't really stop and talk about any of them, but if you need them, they're here for you. GG's. Looks like I'll be fighting Nurgle's PA to see who gets the honor of battling Sir Groot. What's the map? What's the map? It's Vulture Ridge. Is that a hill? It sounds like a hill. If it's a hill, then I picked a bad map. Black Orc Cavalry. Isn't that just boy Biggins? Yeah, I know this map. This map's fine. This map's fine. I'm upper bracket. Okay, I get to pick 3. So we did Skaven already. Let's do Demons of Chaos, Vampire Coast, and Lizardmen. That's what people were asking for. Ban Brett Grand Cathay. VP would actually be bad on this map because of the hill, but oh well. Nurgle's PA is here. I'll get the blocker up. Boop. No Demons of Chaos. I put Demons of Chaos in there. Demons of Chaos, Vampire Coast, and Lizardmen. What? What? What do you mean I didn't put it? What? You dare accuse me of lying? Of treachery? I will not stand for this. You'll be drawn and quartered. Wait, no, Lizardmen? Lizardmen's also in there! Would a medium count cav unit like Blood Crushers be a good addition to the Greenskin roster? You know what would be a good addition to the Greenskin roster? Would be Wolf Riders with armor piercing. a fast AP Cav that's super squishy, but something that could actually catch up to stuff. That could be interesting. He's going High Elves ban Lizardmen. We have either Vampire Coast or Demons of Chaos on a map with a hill on it. I think you know we're going Demons of Chaos. Easy clap. We're actually gonna lose very badly. High Elves is actually a good faction. We're taking fucking Demons of Chaos, but that's okay, man. That's okay. We take those. All right, I'm banning his Dragon Princes. Banning his Dragon Princes. Gotta get those out of here. Gotta stop that shit where it starts. So Nasty Skulker Wolf buys? Yes, but Nasty Skulkers suck, so hopefully not that bad. We have banned his Dragon Princes. Because their only weakness is they don't have armor piercing, and versus demonic units, they don't need it. So that's bad. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Narcos PA says, I don't know what's even good in the Demons of Chaos roster, and I said nothing, so good luck. What you gonna ban? Nothing! Anyway. I digress. Alright, he banned Soul Grinders. Nice, nice. Alright. Ban Soul Grinders. Nice. Ban Illyrian Archer horses. Because I don't feel like having my super low armor units get kited by something faster than them that they can't catch, and they'll take a ton of damage for doing so. Sir Groots is trying to make me mad. I refuse. I refuse to be baited. Jabaited, jabroned. So far, he banned my Soul Grinders. I banned Illyrian Horse Archers and Dragon Princes. How's the Skaven Kite build coming along, Human Boy? 1, I'm bad at Kite. 2, Skaven are terrible at Kite. So 3, not good. Not good at all. Pretty damn bad. Alright, he banned Fleshhounds. Solid. Lothern Seaguard or Silverhelms? Probably Lothern Seaguard. Lothern Seaguard. Because then, if I get Toads or Screamers onto Lothern Seaguard, they just kill me anyway, so fuck them. At least, basic archers at least die to this shit. Light armor for Slaanesh. Armor demons would be better, but I think the biggest change Demons of Chaos need is demonic instability crumbling needs to be way less intense. Which Soul Grinder do you ban? I assume all the variants. Because I said that the Chaos Warriors, you ban all the gods, so I imagine Soul Grinder you ban all the gods. It's fine. He said you banned the 3 best units in High Elves vs. Demons of Chaos. Nice! So far, I don't have Soul Grinders or Fleshhounds. He doesn't have Lothern Seaguard, Illyrian Reaver Archers, or Dragon Princes. I wanted to ban Silverhelms too, but Love and Seaguard are more of a problem. Silver Helms, I mean, like I said, I was thinking about banning them, so it's not like they're going to be easy to deal with, but... we'll see. He's thinking. This is the losers finals, so the winner of this goes to fight Sir Groot to see if anybody can take a win off him or if he's just going to sweep us. I'm going to start thinking about my Lord choice while he does his last pick. Screamers. Oh, pretty good pick. Pretty good pick. So Screamers, Bloodhounds, and Soul Grinders are off the cards for you boy Hummus. Okay. 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 Okay, that's how you want to be? Okay. No. No, it's fine. No, that's fine. No. No, do what you want to do. Okay, and then I need one of you with one of these. No, that's fine. No, it's okay. It's okay, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, man. This is gonna be neat. Blood for the blood god, piss for the piss god, sex for the sex god. Who's the piss god? I mean, I guess Nurgle. I guess I can figure that one out. But I don't like it. All right, this is gonna be an experience. This is such a jank ass build. Oh, too funny, man. Too funny. Wow, without Flesh Hounds, though, it's brutal. What do I take? Seekers? Do I have to succumb to the sadness and terror that is Seekers? That can't be right. But it looks like it is. This is really stupid. Let's go. All right, I like it. Blood Crushers, though? They could. I went with a very different kind of build. Red Olger, not quite. I think y'all are gonna like it. Okay, wait. That might be too much. That one might be too much. He's actually just bad. So we'll do this. Summon some of those, that's fine. Just doing chevrons, my opponent's not ready anyway. I got rid of an Exalted Pink Horror because Exalted Pink Horrors are bad. The base Exalted Pink Horrors are just not worth it. Are Blood Crushers even better than Seekers? Seekers have more speed, more melee defense, less weapon strength, charge bonus, armor. Oh, Blood Crushers do have 100 armor. Okay, that might be worth it. So how to get one of you? 450 gold? Bleh. That's a lot. That's a lot of gold. Okay. So, what if I cut that, get you, then it's 50 gold, and it's a little more manageable. Sure. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. And it's gonna be glorious. Seekers have less weapon strength than a unit 3 times as many models. Maybe. Are you thinking of Fiends or Seekers? Because Seekers are not Fiends. I have Fiends. I have Fiends in the best goddamn build you've ever seen in your entire life. Did they even ban anything for the Demons of Chaos? They banned Fleshhounds, Screamers, and Soul Grinders. Alright, we have a pretty colors, pretty lights build. If you know anything about me, you might have expected this was coming, because I love horrors. I don't think they're amazing. I think they're fine, but I do love them. And it's all the goddamn colors of the rainbow. Alright, we have 4 pink horrors, one of which is the Sour Guts. We have 4 blue horrors, one of which is the Chromatic Abominations. And then we do have the Blazing Squealers, Exalted Pink Horrors, Regiment of Renown, because the Regiment of Renown is actually good. But I had another Exalted Pink, and I sold him to upgrade a Seeker to a Blood Crusher. To try and defend these fools, I have Fiends, I have Blood Crushers, and I have a Herald of Slaanesh of Shadows with Melkoth Mystifying Miasma to get guaranteed damage on those Silver Helms, Enfeebling Foe to lower their stats enough that my Blood Crushers and stuff can actually hit them, and then Locus of Grace to get my Fiends some more melee defense. I'll probably pair this lady up with the Fiends, because the Blood Crushers with their 100 armor might be a little better off on their own. But, yeah! We got this! And if we don't got this, then at least we have a bunch of pretty colors. I'm excited. I am excited. I'm actually very excited to pilot this build. I don't think I'm gonna win, but I think I'm gonna die laughing. Which is almost as good. Alright, here we go. It's Shadow Warriors! No, we're still getting kited. 5 Shadow Warriors. As we walk forward. An Archmage of Death with just Spirit Leech. Oh joy, Spirit Leech. Spirit Leech, the killer of a good time. We do have some Silver Helms, we have Spears way in the back line, have some Illyrian Reavers too, and a Spirit Leech caster. Okay. Okay. I am going to have my Blood Crushers charge forward. Because then if the enemy wants to counter-charge me, they'll have to come in range of all my horrors. Meanwhile, I'm going to give the Nurglings a different control group so I can order the Pink Horrors to continue moving forward. Alright. Here's the Melkoths for you. We're doing a little bit of damage. There we go. We already shattered a Silver Helm. Let's catch ourselves a Shadow Warrior. My Blood Crushers are in deep. We are losing our Frolickers Bubonic, but sometimes that's just the breaks, man. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Alright, Blood Crushers don't go all the way into the spears. Let's back out of that. Illyrian Reaver's eventually going to start taking damage here. Frolickers Bubonic need to move up. Blood Crushers trying to fall back. And we are trying to harass these guys out a little bit. I'll use a Melkoths on them so that they can hurry up and rout. My Fiends can be okay. Blood Crushers do need to get going. Okay, routed off those shadow guys. We aren't actually Slaanesh, so we don't care about chasing them all the way off. We don't care about that at all. What we do care about is killing stuff. Alright, we got a tier 1 army ability. What even is it? Oh, it's Narcissism. Okay, let's use that right now. Stay in place, you. I lower your stats. Get fucked. Blood Crusher's also killing off a Silverhelm, so now they can run into the backfield and kill off these Shadow Walkers. We are trying to finish these Silverhelms. And then my Fiends are going to try and fall back and help my Lord kill these Shadow Walkers once and for all. Well, actually, wait, you're out of ammo, so you can just stay in the fight. That's fine. You guys need to fall back slightly. You guys need to turn and shoot over here. You guys need to turn and shoot over here. These guys are still fighting back. Blood Crusher's killing these guys. Fiends and my Lord chasing down Shadow Warriors, which is going great. Blood Crusher's chasing down Shadow Warriors, which is great. Let's isolate and kill off these Spearmen. And we do have some malcontents among us. Among us. Physical resistance for these guys. They stop taking as much damage. Blood Crushers got a good charge onto some Spearmen who weren't quite ready for it, but now we fall back. I have another net for when we need it. And in the meantime, let's continue to patrol the borders for these guys. Melkoths onto those Silverhelms to get rid of them. And we'll charge into these unbraced Spearmen. How's my backline doing? Fine. You guys are fighting it out. Still shooting at all this stuff. That's going okay. Alright. Blood Crushers come back in here. I know my Fiends are just about toast, but I need to get rid of these Spearmen at the edge of the map here. So, sorry Fiends. Sometimes you just... the sacrifice. Blood Crusher should be able to sweep up the rest of the Shadow Warriors, so that's going to go fine. It's going to be fine. And these Blue Horrors need to commit to the fight. You guys are still firing. And Fiends did get those Shadow Warriors. Can they get these guys too? Let's find out. So my Frolickers Bubonic are slowly regenerating up. They need to return to the battlefield. And my Blood Crushers are going to go over here and kill this thing off for real. For real, for real. In the meantime, I know Spirit Leeches are limiting my lifespan, so I need to get some Melkoths Mystifying Miasma onto the Spearmen as fast as possible just to get damage onto them. As these Sour Guts continue to battle their way out of a bad situation. These guys are doing their thing. I get Spirit Leeched again, which literally no one is surprised about whatsoever. And we're doing alright. I think we got this. I think we got the Pretty Colors build is going to do it for us. Hold on, I gotta bait this. Come on. Land to finish me off. You want to. You know you want to. Enfeebling Foe. Frolickers Bubonic get a little thing, but she's netted in place in front of my Blood Crushers, and the Blood Crusher charge should get enough damage to just army loss this shit. But we'll see. So I got an Enfeebling Foe out onto her. She only has 18 melee defense and got charged for free with our tier 1 Slaanesh army ability. So now we'll see if we can stay on her. Meanwhile, our pretty lights, pretty colors are firing in from all sides. This guy will finish off the Shadow Warrior. This guy will lend aid to our other ones. And I'm not super worried about like shooting at her because I might hit my own Blood Crushers. And at this point, we're getting closer to army losses than like actually having to kill that mage lady. So I'd rather just not damage my own troops at this moment. In fact, I'm going to turn this into a rear charge and just ignore her entirely and get rid of these Spearmen. So we'll shut them down. Call it good. GG. The Pretty Lights did it, and honestly, Fiends did okay with the Herald of Slaanesh. 12 ranged units, baby. Pink Horrors just held forever. I doubted he would go Rangers or anything, so if he went Spearman, as we saw, it just takes him forever to kill my Pink Horrors. I was actually quite scared when I saw 5 Shadow Warriors, though. That was very worrying. But then I realized, since I banned Dragon Princes, I really wasn't that scared of any of his cav with my Blood Crushers and Fiends. I could just charge forward and take the cav fight, so that went okay for me. Alright, I'm moving on to finals. Your head is big, but you still look sexy? My head's not big. My head's a normal size! I am going to the finals to fight Sir Groot. If Sir Groot beats me, tournament's over. If I beat him, I have to beat him a second time because he's still in the winner's bracket. So you can see right here. He beat me before. I get a second shot at this son of a gun. And let's get into it. For the final. Oh, he made a game, I guess. I was going to invite him, but I guess that's fine. I'll join his game, I suppose. That's okay. Lots of game today. Can't be mad about it. True. What faction are we hoping to see against Groot? Let's see some Beast Boys. Time to settle the grudge. I don't know if Larry Matt is referring to dwarves, but it looks like we have a Beastman thing. Will, love it. That's a good burn. I like it. I'll see what he picks in bands, but so far, someone wanted to see some Beastmen. I could pick that. Grand Cathay. I might pass. I might pass on that one. Chorfs. We did do some Chorfs. We had a Kadai build. That did us some good. I won't leave him alone until he rips a fat one in the mic. Then you'll never leave me alone. Where's the Chaos Bretonnia Lizardmen? Ban dwarves and high elves. Corn, ogres, beastie boys. Alright, we'll go Beastmen. It was the first and the first one to get 2 picks. Beastmen, ban, walk. High Elves because they always lose on this channel. High Elves won the game before last in Cars. And I know you're just referencing a joke, and I refuse to be a part of that joke. I refuse. Alright, we're going Beastmen. We banned Walk. He's either going to go Bretonnia or Lizardmen. Alright, he's going Brett. Fair. As soon as he picks Bretonnia, I immediately type all 3 of my bans. I'm like, I banned the Faenchantress, the Damsel, and the Prophetess. No magic. Take your fucking Hippogriff Knights now if you can't heal them.
You get nothing.
And here's why I did that. While he thinks of his 3 bans, here's why I did that. Because I'm worried about Earthblood spam and Regrowth spam, of course. So I could ban those 2. And then he could pick Flesh to Stone. So then I would have to ban Flesh to Stone. Well, if I waste all 3 of my bans on the Lore of Life, he could just get a Damsel of Beasts with Curse of Honor here, Flock of Doom. And then it's like I never banned him. He's just taking a subpar caster. So at that point, I might as well just ban all 3 of his caster options to get rid of the Regrowth and Earthblood problem, but also actually impact him in the game that follows. So Bretonnia with no magic. Now they can take their Grail Knights and Hippogriff Knights, but they're just stuck with them. Ban the freaking Grails and Lore of Life? Yeah. But Strix, that was my problem, is I can't ban the Lore of Life without using 3 of my bans to get rid of Flesh to Stone, Earthblood, and Regrowth. So it's more efficient for me just to use my 3 bans on casters to at least get the side benefit of no magic at all. Because that's a bigger problem than, like, banning Hippogriffs, Grail Knights, and Lewin. Right? Because then it's like, okay, but you'll still be dealing with Knights of the Realm as Beastmen. This is in the context of as Beastmen. Knights of the Realm are still super effective versus me. They're nice anti-large armored units. So. He's banning Minotaurs with Great Weapons, Centaurs with Throwing Axe, and Traderkin. Yeah. Cool. So no anti-large Minos, no Throwing Axe Cav, no Traderkin for me. No magic for Bretonnia. Deliciously evil. Let's do it. I gotta take my favorite lord for this roster. Something dark side. Something complete. Without magic, what will Bretonnia be left with? Super cavalry and cheap peasants? How will they survive? They'll find a way. Don't you worry, they'll find a way. Why do Razorgors hurt? Why do Razorgors have a higher weapon strength and a higher melee attack than Centaurs with great weapons? Okay. Regardless, I need a front line of some kind, you guys. I need some kind of front line out here. Can't just be silly all the time. Take some of those, take some of these. Hey, maybe take the kids, have a couple of lefts. Centaurs are poo-poo? What? No, they aren't. Shut up. I don't like you anymore. Centaurs are great. Centaurs with great weapons aren't great. Centaurs with great weapons suck, which is why no one ever brings them. What if he just has infantry? This is a question I find keeping me up at night. My solution is to ignore that fact and simply continue my life as if I never thought of that question. This is a bad build, but I love it. Let's go. This is the worst build in the history of mankind. Razorgors have splash attacks and attack 0.6 seconds faster than Centaur's great weapons. Okay, alright. I did actually take 4 Centaurs with great weapons, but you've convinced me. I will get 4 Razorgore herds instead. And now we need to reassess. So thanks for that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. I don't know if this kills any knights whatsoever. Would banning all 3 Norskin Lords provide an auto-win? Let's read what I literally put in challenge. FAQ. Number 4. What if the enemy bans all my lords as Norska? Answer. ... Just sit in the lobby and stare at them until they stop being a jerk. You can't start the game with no lord. That is literally in the FAQ. If you don't believe me, you can click on the link in the description, scroll down, and see it for yourself. Because whenever I do a tournament of this type, that question's always asked, and I'm like, I mean, clearly the game can't start, so don't do that. I'm a little worried without my Centaurs with great weapons. I did have 4 of them, but I was already uncertain about it, and then chat convinced me that it was doomed. So we do have some some Razorgores now. But why would you even take Centaurs? Because we got Mantle of Gorok, bitch. Plus 40 melee attack, plus 50% damage. Let's go! All I need is some armor piercing. Alright. Let's hope the Mantle of Gorok and some Razorgores can save us from the horrors of Bretonnia. You're telling me I can't be an asshole as is my right here on the internet? No, it's just a question I've encountered a lot of times running tournaments like this. Can you get negative armor? No. It just bottoms out at 0. I have 4 Ungor Raiders, just for some insurance versus like boxes or enemy archers or something like that. 4 Razorgore herds for their impressive armor-piercing stats, and if I use Mantle of Gorok on them, hopefully they'll trade well against the Bretonnian Cav. Do have an Incarnate Elemental Beasts also to fight Cav, drain them down, but also fight against boxes. 2 Tuskor Chariots to penetrate the backline, fight against boxes, and deal with archers. And then I have Chaos Warhounds with poison to route stuff that's already routing and whatnot. But we also have Malagor to provide support for Cav fights with Mantle of Gorok and Flock of Doom. Flock of Doom to punish blobs, Mantle of Gorok to help kill Bretonnian Cav. So that's our hope. That's our attempt. We will see how this goes without Minotaurs with great weapons. I could have taken regular Minotaurs. They would have done fine, even without their anti-large, but it didn't feel like the spirit of what I felt like playing right now. That's mostly it. I just felt like playing this way. Probably the optimal way if you just wanted to win would be just take 3 or 4 Minotaurs without great weapons, because he banned my great weapon variant. Hippogriff Knight, Lowen, Knights of the Realm, Peasant Mobs, Grail Guardians, more Knights of the Realm, and then some archers. Okay, so we pretty much just went with the regular Bretonnia build. No regrowth. I can respect that. Let's get into melee with our infantry, especially while we still can in the woods. Razorgore herds and archers going to fire at those Grail Guardians. Okay. Hippogriff Knights are landing elsewhere. Let's get going on those Grail Guardians. Move up, move up, move up. Malagor is going to start us off with a nice Flock of Doom. Okay. It's Mantle of Gorok, these pigs that are about to fight some Grail Guardians. And we're moving up too much here. But there we go. That's really good damage onto those Knights of the Realm. They're Knights of the Realm, not Grail Guardians, which is my bad. I was just misspeaking, but... Okay, wherever we have dogs in here, let's get the dogs out and get them into the back line instead. My archers are getting flanked by peasant mobs, which is weird, but okay. Do have some chariots disrupting various archers. Malagor landed, and he doesn't need to be landed anymore. Let's get my Razorgore herds in this area onto these guys. I kind of want to save it for Mantle of Gorok. There's a nice flock of doom over there. So we'll get chariots rolling through all these infantry instead. Keep moving up on this end. Archers are doing great. Archers are doing great. Let's get them shooting at more Grail Guardians. Maybe Hippogriffs if the Hippogriffs come into range, but we'll see. Alright, Razorgore is going to take a fight with those guys while I fuck off for a bit. Tuskar Chariot's getting rid of these archers. I'm going to send him over here. I don't want to leave him completely alone against these Knights of the Realm in the back. They're coming for me! I'm scared! No! I'm so spooked! Alright, dogs have finished off that. Dogs can take the backfield now. I'm really saving up for a Mantle of Gorok somewhere because there's so many Razorgore herds that are in beautiful, glorious, delicious combat with the enemy. Razorgore herds fighting against these Knights of the Realm. Ungor Spearmen will also join in, but that means dogs are going to have to deal with all the other shit. Still saving up for them their Mantle of Gorok. He's after me! He's going to break too fast. Okay, it's not my problem. Dogs go route this. Chariots go route this. Y'all come with me. Incarnate Element to Beast, kill that bitch. And all my Razorgores are unfortunately rampaging, probably to the infinite degree, so I'm not sure Mantle of Gorok is even going to do that much for me anymore. Unfortunate. Alright, dogs go kill those peasant bowmen. Chariots, I guess leave the infinitely rampaging Razorgores to deal with all this shit. I don't know. What do we have? A Grail Guardian, a Grail Guardian, and a Hippogriff. Okay, I'll start spamming some Flocks of Dooms on him. We'll get some Chariots involved. I know he doesn't have any spells, so blobbing up isn't that big of a deal, but my Incarnate Elemental Beast is still fighting it out. I guess I'll have Malagor hover over, because Malagor does have... I think I brought him with some leadership buffs for my guys. Yeah, I have plus 12 leadership for everybody around, so I'll just hover over here. It's fine. And I think with spamming Flocks of Doom, with the Incarnate slowly draining these guys down, I think we should be okay. Lewin somehow took off mid-fight, but okay, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Malagor accidentally went into melee combat, accidentally being a very key word in that sentence. And Incarnate's still dueling his ass off. Razorgores are chasing nothing, which is fine. I love when they chase nothing. And my Mantle of Gorok has no targets right now, so I'll just Flock of Doom instead. That sweet, sweet guaranteed value as all my guys tear right away. Now my Razorgores are literally infinitely rampaging, just standing around. Come on. You serious? You being serious with me right now? You're just gonna stand around for the rest of the game? You're not even gonna attempt to, like... Because usually, don't they usually snap out of it if they're standing around for long enough? If there's literally nothing for them to be attacking, don't they, like, eventually get with the program? God damn it. Alright, Flock of Doom on that guy. That's surrounding my Tuskar Chariot. There we go, we finally got him back. Okay, and they might have enough HP to be a Mantle of Gorok target. As Lewin beats up my poor, sweet thingy. Still trying to beat him up. Okay, we've routed almost everything. Our archers are getting shut down. Alright. Boom, those guys have a whole bunch of melee attack. They should finish off those Grail Guardians for me. Should. Ah, they didn't quite get the Grail Guardians. Archers are back. We're hovering ominously. I would like another Flock of Doom in this area if possible. Onto all these guys. Let's get a rear charge onto Lewin. Maybe that could do some damage to him. Alright. Malagor's trying to land. We're trying to get some support in. These Grail Guardians at 200-ish HP. I'm going to start shooting at them with my archers just to get that guaranteed damage out. So we can maybe kill them off outright and stop dealing with them. But nope, they will continue to fight till the very end. Malagor's trying to get into the sky as my spearmen continue to fight. And even with no magic, Bretonnian Cav proving to be quite fucking strong. Can't hit Lewin. And I should have taken Minos, but I didn't feel like it. Ugh. I will say I'm a little saddened that I took a for fun-ish build and then ran into just bog standard Bretonnian meta stuff, but I guess that's the risk you take when you meme. Is the other guy might not also meme, but that is why you should take Minotaurs, so you have better leadership, better mass, better charge impact and stuff. Razorgors with the Mantle of Gorok did okay, but not enough. And Bretonnia is like literally unbreakable. Fucking 97 HP on that Grail Guardian, doesn't give a shit. Lewin's regenning this whole time, so he'll be fine. And that is GG. Yeah. My big boy still did good value. Razorgore herds, the Razorgore chariots did great. Sorry, Tuskor chariots, whatever. Razorgore herds did well. Dogs did well. Archers just couldn't do any damage to any of the heavily armored knights, unfortunately. That's about it. Lewin, 2,500 value. Hippogriff Knights, 1,800. Grail Guardians, 1,800 and 2,000. And then Knights of the Realm, yeah, one of them almost paid for itself. Most got shut down. And then their infantry all got shut down. Also, Hummus only playing with broken factions. Please nerf. Oh. I don't know if Chariots are ever worth it versus Bretonnia. The Tuskar Chariots did great. What are you talking about? They did great. They did awesome. I mean, just like a flat-out better build, but it's also more meta. He banned my Minos with great weapons, but you can still just take Minos. I'd probably take the shielded version. That would already be better than what I had. Probably even cut... I don't know what the archers are going to do here. And you could get another Mino, and then with 500 gold, maybe a Manticore. Or you could get a Razorgore herd, and then upgrade these guys to have, like, shields or something. But that'd be better. I just wanted to use Mantle of Gorok with some Razorgore herds, and it did lead to some pretty funny moments where they insta-killed a Knight of the Realm, but it's not super worth it. You could have gone with, like... I mean, if you really want to go Malagor, you could just keep Flock of Doom. Maybe Enfeebling Foe. Maybe. Or you could go Great Bray Shaman, and he banned Traitorkin from me, but you could still go Death with Spirit Leech, Fate of Yuna. So there were more meta things I could have done, but didn't feel like it. Bestigors or Zongors? No, they would have just gotten Cycle Charged. That was the main problem. Bestigors or Zongors? No. Because you, like, We saw it earlier, what happens. Cav counter infantry. They just do. Like, it doesn't really matter how much infantry you have in the late game. If the enemy has 2 or 3 pieces of cav, they can just cycle charge you to death. We saw it really well in, I think it was Sir Groots versus Nurgles PA Game 1. Sigvald and the Chaos Warriors with Halberds versus Imrik and Silverhelms. There's just, like, infantry aren't a great win condition. They're good at shutting down the enemy's win condition, but if you get to late game and you just have infantry and the enemy has, like, just cav, cav will win. Hippogriffs and Grail Guardians and Lewin could cycle charge Bestigors and shit to death. For sure. Butchers of Kalgengard? Yeah, the Butchers of Kalgengard could have been good. Why did you meme on finals? Because the whole tournament's a meme. I don't play no unit bands tournament and take meta stuff. Best scores maybe if it was against dwarves. Are best scores even good against dwarves? I think their melee attack's just too low. 35. They have Primal Fury, so I guess it gets them up to 40. What are Black Orcs at? Because Black Orcs suck versus dwarves. They're at 36. Yeah. They're trash. No, I think I just memed too close to the sun. I do think this matchup is cursed, not in a unit bands tournament, though. Because Bretonnia with healing is just what happened there, but more intense. My B, Atotsky? Your B indeed, sir. No. It's time for part 2 of the stream. It's a campaign stream now. We're going on 6 hours of campaign content. Dreicha, lock it in. No, I don't care. They were so bad for so long.
What do you mean, bad last patch? Segos, I think Logpole is saying that for most of the Warhammer life cycle, Hippogriff Knights have been horrible. And then last patch, they got busted. And this patch, they're still busted. I think that's what he meant. I believe that is what he meant. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Mildly frustrated just because I am frustrated at Bretonnia. Bretonnia can suck eggs. I hate them. And I think the part that makes Bretonnia the worst is I didn't used to hate them. I actually used to like Bretonnia a lot. I thought Bretonnia was very fun. Before the rework that they got back in April or whatever that made Grail Knights into chariots, and then since then they've gotten some nerfs, but they're still redonkulous. I don't know. I prefer old Brit, where you didn't just spam the most expensive units you could with all the healing you could and win games. Where you actually had to, like, plan and be good. And, like, Sir Groots is good. I'm not trying to say he wasn't good. I'm talking about Bretonnia in general, where it's like, Bretonnia's skill floor got... Yes, skill floor got raised a lot, so it's like, good players are good with Bretonnia, but also, like, anybody's good with Bretonnia. Just take Hippogriff's healing and Lewin, you'll be fine. Alright, let's see if anybody else is streaming that I'm supposed to be passing people over to. I thought Lich might be streaming. Doesn't look like it. Anybody else playing Warhammer 3? Warhammer 3, live. No. No. There's no other Warhammer 3 streams. Alright, I have no one to send you to. Oh, PZA Total War is playing Cetra Does Not Serve. 6 watching. Alright, I'll try and send you there if you care. Love to see your units rampage into oblivion. Oh, that was also frustrating. My fucking Razorgore herds just rampaging off in the middle of nowhere like dumbasses. But anyway, if you care, go raid PZA Total War. Tell him Human Boy sent you so that he doesn't get mad at me for exiting the stream without giving y'all somewhere to go. Other than that, tomorrow we have a non-Warhammer stream in the middle of the night. Some tabletop
silliness action. Hope to see you there. If you're not there, then I'll see you Friday for Spain versus Italy, the Nations event, to determine our finalists to fight East NA. All right. Goodbye, everybody.